Forgot to remove my little oatmeal whoopie pie out of the way. How's it going, folks? I got you on Bluetooth. Let me take you off here. Let's see if that worked. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Hopefully. Okay, got my fan on low. How's it going, guys? Desert Armory and more here. I'm feeling a lot better than I was last night, but I still have a bad headache. Just don't know what that was. Of course, I have this itch and tickle in my throat. And then makes more pressure in my head, makes it hurt more. Hey, Asane, what's going on? How are you? Eat one of my little oatmeal whoopie pies, or they call them cream pies. I'm better than I was last night. I still have a really bad headache, and if I cough, it kind of puts a lot of pressure in my head. I can feel it. Doesn't feel the greatest. Yeah, last night I had some little episode coming home from work. My eyes were kind of like tunnel vision, blotches of blurriness here and there. And, sorry, someone just tried calling me. Blotches of blurriness in my vision, and my head was hurting quite a bit. So I didn't do a live last night. I did a little short about saying I wasn't going to. And then now my vision's back. That happened like maybe about 8:30, 8 o'clock last night. It fully went back to normal or so, but my head was still hurting, and right now my head still hurts. I was thinking low blood sugar, but that doesn't normally make my head hurt, so hopefully it wasn't something like a clot in the brain or something. Hey, EDC, welcome. Yeah, we were just talking about that. I still have a really bad headache. When I cough, like, you know that tickle I get in my throat, I got to cough once in a while. It just pressurizes my head and hurts pretty good. But guys, thanks for entering the chat. Micah, welcome. 5 of you in the chat. Appreciate you all coming by. Let's see if we can pin that. There we go. Thanks, Micah. Got that pinned. So yeah, I was just like, what should I put the title as? I don't know. What's life throwing your way, you know? God has the way to put stuff in our paths that can draw them to Him and trust Him more. Hey, Kunal, how are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Desert Army and more here. No, that was the day before. 31 of you in the chat. Guys, double tap that screen. If you like this type of stuff, those are our subscriptions. It'd be nice if we can get some more of those. Maybe you like lever actions. Maybe you like sniping. I got a sniper. Maybe you like this type of stuff. Who knows, huh? I don't have my light on the counter, so hopefully it's bright enough, the table. At least it was here. You were at 400 subs. Congratulations on 800. So I had 800 actually twice. I had like 807. The next morning I woke up and went down to 794. I was like, crap. I'll see if I can find that. Hey, Kevin, how's it going? Or Kivas. Sorry, Kivas. My bad. How are you doing today? How are you? How is life treating you? That's kind of the question here today, this afternoon. Had another typewriter. Oh, there you go, Micah. You love your typewriters. I like that. Double tap that screen, folks. This is Desert Armory More. We do lives. We do shorts of shooting, shorts of talking about guns, shorts of hiking, shorts of exploring mines, all sorts of good stuff. It looks the same to me. Oh, maybe he put an H on the end. You're right. He put an H on the end. Hey, JW. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? That's my brother's middle name, actually, Micah. With the H. Even being under the weather, you still having a better week than me. Oh, yeah? Well, what's life been throwing your way? Maybe we can help lighten the load. Just conversation and try to see if we can help. Yeah, that's the correct spelling of it. I think the other way would be like some other country spelled that way. Now he's not iconic. His last name is, he's a Bell. He's a Micah Bell. Ding dong. But yeah, saying, what's life been throwing your way? Or no, not saying. A.T. Smith, that's who it was. It's not really under the weather. It's more like something just happened. It really wasn't. I don't think it's a sickness. It's just something that's cuckoo. MD, welcome to the chat. How are you? Thanks for coming by to Desert Armory More. I really appreciate you stopping by. How is your day going? What has life thrown your way that's been a difficulty the last few days? Maybe you care to share. Sometimes if someone comes in the chat, they just need to unload. Maybe that's why he changed it again, brother, so nobody would steal it. Who knows? Appreciate y'all stopping in. I haven't done one in the middle of the day in a while. I think I've done one live in the middle of the day. At least middle of the day for me. It's what, 12:20 by me here in southern Arizona. Hey, Adventure Girls, thank you for coming by. How many guns do you have? I haven't counted in a while, but I would say probably close to 100. I make requests, so maybe if you want to ask if I have a certain gun, I can stick it on the table tomorrow's live, or actually I'll probably have one tonight. I can stick it out tonight's live. Say if you ask, hey, do you have a 1911? I'll be like, yes, I do, and I'll put on the table the following. Yeah, I'm close to 100 would be my guess. I haven't counted in a while. Yeah, it's been a while. I know I had like 80 something then. I've gotten a few more since. Can you put out the 1919 A4? Unfortunately, I don't have that one, so I can't, Micah. Don't have that one. If you like this stuff, subscribe. Double tap that screen. Oh, someone gave us a subscription. Thank you, guys. We got 817. It was 816. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And, you know, even an afternoon coffee is just very, very good, you know. Ryan, welcome to the chat. Oh, I remember when that sub count was 660. Congratulations, man. I was 660. Yeah, right. You might have been. Thanks for stopping by again, Ryan. I decided to do a middle of the day one, and then hopefully we can do one in the evening too. We'll see. We shall see how we're feeling. Got a really bad headache. It's better right now, but off and on it just kind of been bugging me. Had some weird thing happen last night. My vision was kind of blurry and cutting in and out and splotchy. I was on my way home from work. Was building a 12 by 16 shed. I don't know what it was. That happens sometimes when I have low blood sugar, but it doesn't normally cause me to have a bad headache afterwards. Try drinking water. I do. Today I had... Did I have any water today? I had juice. I don't know if I had water actually today, which I should have been. And then this flavored water, which is coffee. Well, I'm definitely guilty of not drinking enough water. I think a lot of us are. Oop, screen's about to go black on the tablet. So we got ourselves on the table a 10 gauge in the background. That's one of the ones I'm working on. I think I need to get my light. We'll see how well the feed goes. Can you guys see the guns okay, or is it a little too shadowy? Let me know. Hey, Alex, what's up? So that's a 10 gauge I've been working on the back there. It's from the late 1800s. The next one is a 16 gauge Zastava M75. That's made in Yugoslavia. And we got our two Canics right here. And then I have this little dinky antique one I'm working on as well. That's worth about $500 to $1,000, depending what type it is. This one's the one that's a little more rare with the ejector. You can see them okay? Okay, because I know my camera's having a shadow on it too. This is my Makarov. I think it's called a PA63. Made in Hungary, I think. And it's like a 60-something to an 80-something. Somewhere in there they made those. We got my two Colts right here. This one's chambered in, they're both police positives. This one's a 32 Smith & Wesson long, and that one is a 32-20. Let's see here. Can you buy it for 50,000 Korean yen? Which? Backwoods killing it. How you doing, brother? Like the name. What we killing? Them squirrels? Them ornery woodpeckers that are pecking up your house? I'm a survivor, Backwoods. Good for you. It's John Morstan, Micah. Yeah, them woodpeckers. I live here in the desert, and I have these Gila woodpeckers here in southern Arizona that are pecking up my mobile that I'm renting. I need to get my pellet gun out. I have this really nice pellet gun, although that pellet gun's as powerful as a 22, so I better watch it. I'm on an acre, but still. Adventure Girls. So I just started hunting more aggressively. How did you say it? I just did a dove hunt, and you can see some of those shorts. I don't have any of me shooting, really, because it was just me. But I just did a dove hunt on the last day here in Arizona. They have another dove hunt in November 1st through the end of the year. But there's also quail October 1st through February. And then, hey, guess what? Mid-November, I have a whitetail hunt coming. So hopefully we can get you video content of that. My uncle's hoping to go with me, so maybe he can get better pictures. That's if he feels okay. He had a stroke 2 weeks ago, almost 3 now. This coming Monday will be 3 weeks. So I hope he gets a lot of his functions back. He really wanted to go because he didn't get a tag this year. He wasn't chosen. The way that Arizona works, it's a lottery system. You put your name in, you hope you get chosen. So he's hoping to come with me. That'll be a whitetail buck. Here in Arizona, it's extremely hard to get. I don't think you can get does. Thanks, Carmen. Lisa, welcome to the chat. My fellow Arizonan, how are you doing? How's life on the other side of the mountain? Getting any rain? We're supposed to be getting some from that tropical storm coming through. Well, you too. You're a little bit more north than me, but we've got the same rain shadow. The rain coming through. Oh man, sorry to hear that. I hope he gets to that really boost his spirits. Yeah. So his speech, as we sure did last night. Okay, we didn't get any last night. His speech is a little slow. Someone's thinking, but what will happen? He's a contractor, and so he'll be like the other day. He went to Home Depot to go grab some stuff, and he was just super slow, and he couldn't remember what he was supposed to get at Home Depot or Lowe's, whatever it was. He's like, did I write a list? Did I write it not? And he was with his father-in-law installing like a big, what do you call those, French door? No, it was a sliding door, big old sliding door, 6 foot by 72 or whatever, no, 82. Anyways, can Arizona get rain? Yep, we do all the time. This is still our rainy season. We still are getting our monsoons. And it'll quit for a little bit, which it kind of is slowing down right now. It has. And then we'll get our winter and spring rains. Mainly during monsoon. Yeah, correct. Lisa's right. Mostly during monsoon, which is like down here in southern Arizona, it's like mid-July or beginning of July, all the way till about now is when it starts phasing out for here. It's slowly getting less and less, it seems. But like I said, we'll get rain again. Winter rain a little bit, and then a little spring, and then it'll trail off again all the way until early mid-July again. Yep. Is it true dust storms are called haboob? I think that's what they call them. I'm not 100% sure. We just called them dust storms growing up. We get them here. Yeah, I know, right? Ha, boob! It's like a little minion. Ha, boob! I really want to know if you're okay, because you said you were sick in one of your shorts. I'm not going to stop repeating. Sorry. Other people were asking questions. I'm feeling better. I have a bad headache right now. Yeah, right. I have a headache, and I feel a little bit tired, but that's kind of normal sometimes when you're not feeling the greatest, but when your head's hurting some. But yeah, I had blurry vision last night on the way home, and I've had that before, but usually it's because I have a low blood sugar and I crash. And that's all it could have been, but I normally don't get a bad headache afterwards, but sometimes I might. Which Joe? There's a lot of Joes in the world. Joe Mama. Yeah, my mama's great. I could be, although, like yesterday I was working out in the sun. I did drink probably, I drank 2 Gatorades, probably 4 bottles of water. I think it's soda at Burger King because we went to Burger King for lunch. Me and my brother-in-law. I'm building a shed for him or with him because they just moved to Arizona. And then on the way home, I had some water too. So, I mean, I might have been low. I might get checked out. We'll see if it continues on. Backwards, I thought I couldn't trust you, but I'm glad you're doing it. Yeah, I am doing better. I mean, I have a headache. Hey, guys, thanks for the 2 subscriptions. Appreciate that. But yeah, how's your guys' lives going? I'm all spattering away what's going on in mine. The question was like, how's things going? If my youngins get headaches, I make them drink water. Lisa is the same. I I know that for myself, if I get a little bit not enough water, I'll get a headache. And I'm an Arizonan, so I should know better, right? Born and raised outskirts of Tucson all my life until I was 22, sorry. Moved to California for 12 years. Came back now. Nerf gun, thanks. So the one's a 16 gauge Zastava. The other one's a 10 gauge HJ Sterling. And then I have a few more over here. That bottom one's a 10 gauge Beretta. The next one's up a 12 gauge F. Williams. Third one up is a HJ Sterling as well, double 10 gauge or 12. And that's a 12 gauge American Arms, I think. And that's a single shot 10 gauge. And then I have a lever action 10 gauge right in the corner there. Oh yeah, those double barrels are a work of art. I like collecting them. Like I have 2 in the corner I'm working on over here. I have one on the floor right there that I'm working on. This is a 22 that I'm just slowly building when I get the time to get parts and whatnot. That buttstock's actually for one in the corner over there. It's missing the buttstock. Slowly finding parts for it. I have a 1911. Yeah, it's inside the. It's in the safe. It's in there. These are my lever actions. I have 2 other lever actions. Or sorry, well, one's that shotgun that you saw earlier, and then the other one's a Savage 99, chambered in 300. Savage. It's inside the safe as well. Yeah, I think they're over in the safe. Oh no! My Savage 900's over here. I mean 300, right there. Right. My shadow's touching it. Right there, folks. That one. Yeah, lever actions are pretty good too. They're like good old faithful, right? Just touching the screen, YouTube. Lever action and revolvers. Oldest gun, Adventure Girls. I'll answer that here. I do have a. Do I have a short about that or a live? Can't remember. Anyways, here's my oldest gun right here. It's this hexagon barrel Kentucky rifle. It's made from 1820s to 1860s, somewhere around there. Phoenix, you changed your name back. Welcome. Hey, Focus, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. That's my oldest gun, Adventure Girls. The other day, I think I had all my oldest guns here, I believe. Long time no see. Yeah, I've seen you on some other chats. Yes, I did. Vernon, I did read that. I replied to a dove hunt short I came across last night. Yeah, I really appreciated you expounding that. It was really neat to hear your side and how hunting was. Vernon, I don't know if you're really supposed to be quiet or not. That was like at 4 something in the afternoon where barely any were flying by, and as soon as I made any noise, and when they landed on the trees by that pond, they would take off. But once it was about 5:30, there were swarms of them flying back and forth. So I went out in the open, like you said, on a flat platform, on just standing. And when they'd fly by, just like a skeet flying by, boom, boom, and then go boom, boom. Adventure Girl, thanks for coming by. I have lives every day, so turn the notifications on. You should be able to get them. Thanks for subbing. And yeah, once it hit about 5:30, there was piles of dove everywhere. Yeah, that's a brass shell. I reload my own for my 10 gauges because most of my 10 gauges, except one of them, are too old. Or no, 2 of them I can shoot modern shells in. The other 2 are too old to shoot modern. They're just old. Yes, he is. I was on earlier on his chat before I hopped on my own. Snurf, welcome to chat. Tell me a joke and I'll sub. Let's see here. Snurf. If a plane crashes on the border of the U.S. and Arizona, the U.S. and Mexico, where are the survivors buried? There you go. What's up, brother? 2-8 away. Yeah, you were just in J-Dogs. I was over there as well. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. You guys know what to do. Double tap that screen, like, and subscribe. So yeah, I was Vernon. I was able to get a whole bunch. Unfortunately, though, what would happen is since it was just me, you go to shoot a dove and you see it land, and there's another one that you're shooting at too, and so you forget where they're all at, where they land. And so I shot 10, and 2 of them I lost. I couldn't find them, so they went to coyotes last night, probably the night before. That was that Saturday afternoon I did that. I forget exactly. Or was it Friday? No. That was Monday afternoon. But I would have got a lot more, but you can only hunt till the sun's down. So, as well as they come out kind of a little bit later where I'm at sometimes. So, excuse me. I just had my old trusty 12 gauge Sears and Roebuck. That's the one I'm used to using for clay pigeons. Before I had a Weatherby 20 gauge number 6 shot with a choke, and it just wasn't tuned. That choke was not tuned for number 6. That's the choke it came with when I bought the gun. Used. I don't have any more chokes for it. So I knew last time when I went hunting it was not operator error, it was gun error. As in, not experience, like not knowing how that gun shoots, as well as just not for what I needed. It was probably better for something else. Y'all go sub to Lamanas. If he gets to 1 mil, he's going to face reveal and 36-hour stream. I'm not sure who that is. I think it was another one of those. Okay. Renata Ramirez. Bienvenido. Welcome to the chat. But yeah, I ended up getting, it was fairly easy then once I had my proper gun that I was used to with number 7.5 shot. It was great. But yeah, thanks for telling that story, Vernon. I appreciated that. I almost thanked you in the chat saying that I really appreciated you sharing your little story there. It was neat. Well, I told a little joke to that one person, and they didn't sub, I don't think, because it didn't go up. They're like, tell me a chat, and I'll tell me a joke, and I'll sub. Thanks for the subs, guys. I think we've got 3 of them, 2 of them since we've started 23 minutes ago. Have you checked out the Walther P99? PDP, yeah, but not the P99, I don't think. I do like Walthers. I think I have one. It's my 22. It's a P22. PDP, I really would like to get one. My it's limited edition. Okay. I might have seen it. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm pretty sure I have. I think someone mentioned another time, and I've seen it on videos. There's a PDP Match Pro that's at the pawn shop, Gun and Pawn. It's been there for like 4 months now, and it's got all the blue accents and everything on the trigger, the bottom base plate of the mag, the comp on it. It's blue, I think, too. The rest is like a black-gray color, like a dark gray black. It's really nice. They want 1,400 cheeseburgers, but I bought a lot of stuff from them, and I bet you since it's been there for so long, I'd be able to get it for probably a couple hundred off. One dude made a short about me, and it got 240 likes and 18,000 views. Dude, how'd you get something that many views? The most popular of mine is when I asked which gun should I shoot as a sidearm for when I dove hunt. It was the first time I went. And I've got almost 4,000 on that one. The rest of mine have, a lot of them have 1,000, but there's still some that are just over 100 that I did 2 months ago. It's kind of sad. His 4th most popular. Okay. The officer who stepped out of his vehicle and it went off. I've seen it. Yeah, that happens. It's weird. They're only 6 to 8, not too expensive. Okay. That's cheaper. 6 to 8. That's cheaper than anything I paid. Let's see here. those two pistols on the table were the most expensive on the table. Those two Canics. His name is Laxi Trooper. If you want to check him out, okay, I'm screenshotting. Hey, what's good, Eastern Washington? Other than your afternoon, hopefully you said good afternoon. Yes, I am early today. I decided I would do an early one. I'm home, just relaxing, trying to give my brain and vision and whatnot, whatever that was last night, a break. Hey, thanks for the subscription. Whoever did that. Skyrishin Klakobi. Welcome. Just picked up a Smith Pro Series 6.8. Oh, nice. Is it the 7-shot? I want to get one of those. Maybe not the Pro Series, but a 686. When I was getting when I wanted a 357 mag, I either wanted a Ruger or a Smith, and I went, okay, it's a 6-shot. I went for the Ruger because it was on sale for a good deal. Welcome to the chat, by the way. I haven't seen you in here. Liam, welcome. Dude, this is sweet looking Canic. Yes, they're both really nice, right? So the blue one, let me zoom you in here. Sorry if the shadow of the phone's in there. The blue one's called a Signature Series SFX Sketch. This is number like 625, 624. And then this is the TTI Canic Combat. That's my favorite gun I have of my semi-autos. Sorry, was a typo. His name is Lazy Trooper. Okay. Just working on Mauser stocks and breaking tools. Did your package come in for... not yet, 2A. Not yet. It's shipped. I got a notification saying it was shipped. I did get a box in, but that was for my business stuff. I mean, I could open it, but there's nothing much in it. It's parts for a company. I mean, for a customer. The windows have these little plastic slide things in them with ropes and pulleys, sometimes on cheaper windows, and I guess regular ones have those too. And they were broken. They came in, so I need to call him and schedule him maybe for tomorrow. He's an older fella. And then he has a door sweep I need to replace. Let's see here. The hell, that Sketch Canic actually looks good, like a comic book. That's why they call it a Sketch. I know, right? And then it comes in this cool case right here that matches it. And then inside, there's no guns in there, YouTube. No slamming me. Canic comes with all sorts of stuff always. So you've got your holster, 2 slots for mags there. Of course, you can put your gun there. You got your plates. Here's like a sight cover if you wanted. There's the Sketch little memorabilia. It's Velcro. The little fake gun has bits and screws in it and a bit driver on the tip. Cleaning kit, extra back strap. That's a different size. And then, of course, the holster. And then you get all your paperwork in that black thing I just stuck on top. Now, the Canic TTI has way more even yet. You got an extra spring. You get all that same stuff I just pointed out. And then a TTI gold-looking coin. The S we all did in high school. Yeah, I know, right? I never did, though. 822 subscriptions. Someone just sub. Appreciate that. Can't find you, Phoenix. Phoenix, let me see. 2A the way. Let me see what his handle is. So Phoenix's handle is... trying to find it for you, brother. What does his emblem look like? Hey, Renata. Welcome back. Oh, his is a little skeleton head. Huh, he's not in the top fans. That's strange. Must have not talked enough. I was going to look up his... I forget what his handle name is. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Got me to 20 subs, guys. Would be much appreciated. You have 20 currently, Phoenix? If you're still in the chat, Phoenix, put your handle name in the chat. If you could, that would be great. Because I can't find you here in top fans underneath, like, to see what's what. So if you could put your handle name, Phoenix, in the chat. That way people can subscribe to you. And kind of maybe tell what you do on there. Sometimes that helps. Sorry I put my handle, but it didn't go through. Oh, sometimes that's how... you got to do it just right. It's dumb how much call it is. Guys, 35 of you in the chat. Double tap that screen. Yeah, those are both brake barrels. Liam, so that one's a 16 gauge Zastava M75. It's a modern one. It's made in the 80s, I think. And then this one back here is a 10 gauge That one is a paper cartridge that's antique. I wouldn't shoot that. It says Winchester repeater on it. The other one's a hand loaded brass gauge I did myself. And that's a break barrel 10 gauge. That one I'm working on. It's a little loose yet. There's a few of them that I'm working on. So, Willoho, welcome to chat. Thanks for the sub. Whoever just gave that one, appreciate it. And then these are all top breaks too. Single shot on the top. The rest are all doubles. And then I have a lever action one here. That two garden gun, this one and that one, that are a garden gun shotguns. They're 9mm rimfire. Then this one's a 410 coming down here in Ivor Johnson. Hey, Dahal. How are you? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? How's life been for you? I think we got another sub. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Means a lot to us. YouTube likes taking them away from us. Zachary Osley, welcome. Mikey Stevens, you prefer revolvers or striker fire? Depends the situation, Mikey. If I don't have my 10 with me, and I'm hiking in a bear country, I'd probably bring one of my big revolvers, maybe my 45 with bear loads, or my 460. It depends what you need it for, Mikey. If it's self-defense, both of them work great. What I like about revolvers, you can stick it directly against something and it'll still fire. Others won't. John Ross Ewing, how are you today? Love your little picture there, cowboy hat. Looks great. Thank you, appreciate that. 2A, my handle is Everyday Taco 11. All together, won't go through. Oh, I think I know why. So yeah, it just depends, Mikey. I've got more striker fires and hammers than revolvers. Most of mine, though, of my pistols would be more of revolvers. My EDC, one of is excuse me, my 365 Sig Sauer. It's a macro, and the other one is a 2.0 Bodyguard Smith & Wesson. You ever put together an extended magazine base plate? Yes, I have. Give me a bit. So, let's see here, folks. I have done one. Let's put you over by the shotguns. Here, look at the nice, pretty shotguns over there. All right, we're back, cavemen. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Got a couple more subs there. So I have done it with this one right here. This is a P22 Walther. I have stuck extensions on these. Normally they were 10. I lived in a commie state at the time, and so they didn't allow longer than 10. What's weird, though, is I actually was able to buy those and have them shipped to my house before that. So you can put another, what is it? Instead of 10, I think I can put 15 in them now. But there's that little hole right there where it had the slider thing. You have to remove that so that hole goes deep inside the plate. Other than that, yeah. Let's see here. We got some people talking, plus my screen shut off. Sorry, folks. Let's get the tablet. Got to put you over by my coffee mug there. I think someone else mentioned something here. Sorry. Let's see. My EDC is just a taco in a holster. Gotcha. A black bean and beef burrito. Make sure those beans aren't baked. Then they're harder. Definitely, brother. Liam says, gotta head out. Keep up the Second Amendment content. Thank you, Liam. Appreciate you coming by. And if you're not subbed, go ahead and sub and double tap that screen, folks. 40 of you in the chat. Caveman says, nice, thank you. I was curious if it was difficult or not. That one's not too bad. I've never done it like these two guns here already had the plates. Those are the extended ones that they both fit 21, I think. Or is it 20? The other ones that came with were 18s. Or was it 17 plus one? I forget. 49 people in the chat. Like and subscribe, folks. 2A says like and subscribe. Yes, sir. Please do that. Let's see here. I'm also subbed to you, 2A. Bacon is yummy. It is. I ran out the other day. Yeah, me too. I really like mine. They just came out with the second one that's called Smoke or something, where it's all smoked out instead. I think what would be really nice if they made a Canic TTI Combat with the rival frame, as in a metal frame, but all the rest the same as the other Canic with the what do you call it? The comp. Hey, Gunnerman, what's up? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing over there in oh, I forget where you were. Philippines or something? Indonesia? I can't remember. Yeah, that's actually how much the original Canic cost. It was that or more. Some people were selling for 1,200 cheeseburgers. I have a P320. It's an M18. It's inside the cabinet there, inside the safe. Mine seems to be fine. I did a short of testing it, how some other people do it, with the screw and putting pressure on it, and then just waiting for the click to happen. Messed up here. Yeah, I know, right? A lot of places are right now. Our whole country here in the U.S. is too. I have to pass on the good old... Yeah. Are the Chris Vectors mega relabel? Max relabel. Reloadable? I mean, you would hope a mag would be reloadable. I don't own a Chris Vector, Barry. Thanks for coming by, though. I would hope so. They should be able to be reloaded. Let's see here. Maybe he meant reliable. Mag's reliable. That might be what he meant. I don't know, Barry. Maybe someone else here has a Chris Vector to answer that question. I don't have a Chris Vector. Got yours for... Mikey, oh, your P320. Okay, I got mine for a little more than that, but it had a red dot Romeo on it. Eastern Washington says, well, I have to get back to work. Good to see that you're doing better. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing better. Reliable. Oh, Barry, no worries. Like I said, I don't know. Let's see. Vernon, because I don't have one. Vernon, a question. With your antique shotguns, isn't there a difference in how barrels are made? Twisted steel that has recommended for modern shells. Vernon, good question. So, yes, there is a difference. Most of my shotguns that are old are Damascus barrels. I have two that say laminated. It's a little bit stronger than Damascus, but you still are not supposed to shoot modern shells. So I actually load my own using brass shells and loading them myself with Pyrodex, not modern powder. That's a good question to ask, though. Yeah, because if people don't know that and they go to shove a regular cartridge, you might be able to shove the low recoil in. There is a couple through, was it B&P, I think, that makes some low pressure shotgun shells, but they're extremely hard to find because they're as much pressure as a normal brass shell was years ago. My friend sold his Chris Vector. Nice. Sad he sold it, though. I like brass shotgun shells. So good. Yeah, I have quite a few because I reload them, so. They are, but not really recommended unless you just show it off. It depends. Yeah, they don't recommend you shooting them, but it also varies on how good the gun already is. There's ways to test the barrel. You remove it off the stock and like hang it, and then tap it with another piece of metal. And if it makes more of a thud versus more of a ring, that means the cross bridge that's connecting the two barrels came unsoldered somewhere, and you shouldn't shoot it. What's up, man? Did you wash your hands today? I have. Yep. Before I started cooking, I commented on that one. You said, "Wash your hands." I'm like, "Yep, you too." I have my 1910 lever action shotgun is a modern. It says it took the place of the 1887 and is rated for for modern, but I'm going to just shoot brass shells in it. Like it would have been able to shoot that paper one right there, no problem. I'm never going to shoot that, but because it's an antique, it says Winchester repeater on the back. Claire Hyde, welcome to the chat. How are you doing this morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are? I think you're new to the chat. Appreciate you coming by. Double tap the screen and subscribe if you'd like. And turn on the notifications. 1902 Colt. These are close to 1902. I've got two Colts right here. They're my only Colts I own. These are like in the mid-teens when they're made, if I recall. This one's a 32 Smith & Wesson long, police to positive, original finish. It's like pristine. And this one is patinaed, and it's a 32-20 police positive Colt. Those are the two Colts I own. I got those way under the price. Thanks for the subscription. Whoever just gave that, appreciate it. It's going to be like day 206 of asking if you watch your... You just started, so I just stopped in to drop a like. I'm getting stuff ready for my trip down to the mountains. What mountains? What you doing down there? Oh, visiting your mama? You said down to the mountain, mama. Maybe that was an accidental, what do you call it? Finger dial. An accidental finger push. I missed my Smith & Wesson M17 roller. Nice. Yes, I am. And I am. Oh, you're from over there. Okay. I have two other guys that are in here that are from UK, Britain area, somewhere around there. One he just had a live a little bit ago, so I was watching his. The other one I haven't seen on the channel a little bit. It's because by the time I'm on normally, it's so late. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning over there. Nah, West Virginia, it's for the Mother Festival and Wedding. Mothman. Oh, I heard about that. Hey, Jason. Wow, Germany. Thanks for stopping by. I think you were in here another time, if I recall. How is your day going? It's almost evening over there, huh? Well, it probably is. How's life been? I don't see my mama much anymore. It's been over a decade. Why is she buried? I mean that in sincerity. Because sometimes if you don't see someone that long, that means they're maybe passed, unless you don't have a good relationship with them. I don't mean that in a negative term, because I know that's just sometimes how it is. You know, it's maybe you didn't see their grave in a while. Thanks for the sub, whoever just gave that. I had both my M1917 and 45. Oh, I think someone got here. Hey, what's up? Doing a live right now. We got 40 minutes. You look tired out. Sorry, guys. My roommate just came. Had to say hi. He's been gone for a couple days. Let's see here. You had a 45 ACP Model 10 pencil barrel 38 special. Nice. Well, that's nice. Oh, you did have a police positive. Okay, that's what both of mine are over there. IG, you can say that, but no issue. She's alive. Okay. Okay. I wish you a great American day. Thanks, Jason. What's up? Welcome to the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for that, guys. Thanks, two-way. You have a good day, too, Jason. A blessed UK day or British day, wherever you said you were. Your mama is the Ice Queen. From Chronicles of Narnia? Or from Frozen? Hey, Claire, welcome back. Looks cold in your room. I don't know. It feels great. I'm barefoot. Got the piggies hanging out. It's not bad. Oh, I don't know that. I don't watch that. Hopefully, Lisa, hopefully I'll have one tonight, too. Your name is Jake. Okay. Claire Hyde. Jake from Farmers? Jake from Farmers. How can I help you? Hopefully, Lisa. Papa Pew Pew's ain't here yet. He was, as in, yeah, barefoot year round. Except my yard is full of goat heads, so you don't want to do that. Papa Pew Pew's was on a live earlier. Raging Bullets, welcome. Good afternoon. How are you? No, the West Virginia News called her the Ice Queen because ice is another name for the man. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't know that as much. Adventure time. Okay. Okay. Gotcha, mate. Yeah, you just let them piggies hang out year round. Here in Arizona, you definitely could, unless you live up north. I mean, it would get a little chilly even here, because this, you would not think so, but the desert gets pretty cold. It gets, last January at my parents' place, because I was staying there until I found a rental, because I moved back to Arizona. It got like 8 degrees in the desert over here. Now, they're a little bit cooler than some other people in my area. But yeah, it was cold. Yeah, every time I remember Papa's laugh, I spit my drink. Yeah, I'm out in the sun right now, getting some tans. Got to go clean out the car and continue packing before I leave Friday morning. Yep, and I got to call customers and stuff after I get off this live, line them up for the rest of the week. We've got like 4 customers that called and 2 other jobs that I take care of this lady's property management places she takes care of. I'm a handyman, so do all sorts of stuff. Got to line them up. Oh, and then parts for a customer's window came in. It's okay. Work's not too bad. Being my own boss, I can kind of be a little more picky. If I'm busy enough, I can be a little more picky what jobs I choose and decide to contact or whatnot. So when I first started years and years ago, I was just getting whatever jobs I could. Yard work, crawling underneath all sorts of stuff. Hoven, welcome. Are underground creatures a dangerous species, I'm guessing maybe you mean? Hoven, I guess if you're from Tremors world, he would be. We don't have a lot of underground creatures that would actually be dangerous here. Thanks for the sub, whoever gave it. And Hoven, thanks for dropping by. I haven't seen you here. Get me a job. I want to be a handyman apprentice. Oh, yeah. That PPK looking gun is a Bulgarian. Yes, it is. That's a Hungarian, actually. It's a Makarov PA-63. So it shoots the 9x18. Let's see. I see you have a German gun there. A P-22. Yes, it is. Yep. Yep. That's my P-22. That's one of my favorite 22s I own. It's a nice little gun. Some people don't like the trigger guard mag release. I honestly like it for a 22. Of course, the newer ones, you can get them where they have both. The push button or the other. I have a snake that's an underground creature. She's harmless. Yeah, I mean, yeah, snakes, I guess, are underground creatures, especially like rattlesnakes and whatnot. Arizona has 13 of the 15 species of rattlesnakes, so we've got a lot of them throughout the whole state. Like, we don't have the eastern rattlesnake and one other one, but the others we do. I like Walther P38 so bad, and PPK. The other one's called a PP, right? I think. And then a PDP. I like the PDPs. It's a newer style. P38, those are neat. And the PPK, yes. I wouldn't mind getting a PPK. It's very similar to the PP. Claire is my mom's name, and I'm 8. And it is a month at October 16th. Welcome. I suppose you're that old, don't know. Hoagie McIntosh, how are you? Glock makes the greatest firearm of all time. Fight me. Hey, I don't disagree. I don't like them 100%, but all around, they are the greatest handgun. You are right. I totally agree with that. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. Double tap that screen, like and subscribe. Not if they're real snakes. Those hang out in the trees. I'm here scared of pythons and Bernese and hognose and rats and rattlesnakes. Or hey, Mango, there you are. There's my other friend from UK. Someone else was just in here from UK, and they left already, though. Mango, I'm doing better. Thanks for dropping by. I don't want to be bit by any snakes either way. My snake fangs are in its throat. It doesn't bite either. Right. Sent a question about antique shotguns, but then scrolled side. Oh, yeah. I did answer that one, brother. So, all my old shotguns are twisted Damascus steel. Except 2 of them are laminated. The laminated are supposed to be a little stronger, but in any case, I run my hand-loaded shotgun shells that are brass that I load myself with Pyrodex, which is the black powder equivalent, and I put low powder, so they're good. Oh yeah, downloaded WhatsApp. What's your name in there? Honestly, I do not know right now. One suggestion for the P22, change the firing pin because pre-2020 models. Mine actually is post 2020, so we should be good, brother. Thanks for saying that, though. Mine is I got in 2021 or 22. Lisa, is your videos adult only, or the YouTube may suspend for the child? It's selected as that. So you said he was using, if he is that old, his mom's account. What's up, Focus? I guess he was already in here. Welcome. It is my birthday on October. Yes, that's what he was mentioning. Yeah, it's going pretty good here. I'm better than I was last night. Got still have a slight headache, but other than that, we're pretty good. I use Signal the most, honestly. IG, I've connected with a couple people here. Hey, Claire Hyde, or whatever your actual name was, Jake, are you actually as young as you say? Because unfortunately, um, this is considered an adult channel, as in 16 and over. Because that's what you call it's YouTube's guidelines. And so if you're younger than 16, I'll have to boot you, unfortunately. Is there a year time frame for barrels? I'm sure they have some type of date on them with looking at the stamps and stuff. That one sitting on the counter is pre 1899, so it's an antique. Um, don't know exactly. Yee brother, sending my best from you in Tennessee. Sam Moore, welcome to the chat. I love your shorts. You did one the other day on something. I forget what it was. I think it was another pocket pistol. I like your little videos of those pocket pistols. I like them a lot like you do. They should be on YouTube Kids if they're that young, because they make YouTube's Kids. Yeah, you're right, Mango, it is. But unfortunately, if you're 15 or younger, you have to have an adult, a person that's 16 or older with you if you're doing a live. If you're 16 or older, you can do whatever you want, obviously. You like my videos? Backwoods Man, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. I guess it's our Claire and Llama stream. I think she said she was 12 in his, though. So maybe it's... it could be. Yeah, thanks for coming by still, Jake. Double tap that screen. If you're younger than 16, this actually is supposed to not be for you, unfortunately. I know you said you're using a mom's account, I guess. But, yeah, I don't mind you here, but YouTube could get on my case about it. So go ahead and, if you don't mind, I'm sorry. I want to make sure we don't get any knocks here. See ya. Thank you again for coming by. No knocks for you being here. It's just how it is. Yeah, right. I've seen good video of YouTube's. I haven't been on there. Oh, YouTube's been around for a while. Thanks, Backwoods. I like a lot of different people's videos. Do you have a channel? If you do, I can sub to it. Backwoods, man. Let's see if you subbed and it's an open channel, I should be able to sub back later once I'm off. Let's see. Yeah, here. No, that's another. That one's called Backwoods Skill. I don't think you wrote enough to be able to be on there. I have got a parent. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Thankfully. Thank God you still do. But what if kids can watch your stream? Would you let them? I don't care if they watch it. I don't know if YouTube can even control that, because they might just be watching a video on their parent's phone. Just like he's on something right now. Wasn't into content like this at that age, but then again, there wasn't much more on here than Charlie bit my finger and Happy Tree Friends. I don't even know what that is. Dropping out, grass to cut. Thanks, Vernon. I appreciate you stopping by. And stay safe out there on that lawnmower. Make sure you got your little varmint gun on you. I remember my great-grandpa used to have a little .38 revolver on him when he mowed the grass there in Wisconsin years ago. He'd ride on his lap. If there was a gopher or a snake, just pop him one while he was going by. Don't look it up, Jerome. You throw up. Probably. Should I screenshot it and look it up? Mango, it's like, how do you know unless they say something, right? And especially like if they look at one of my videos that's streaming and I'm not even on it, as in like it's a short or an old live, how do I know? Grandpa? Hey there, Saru. I'm actually an uncle, not a grandpa. I'm not quite that old, but thanks for stopping by. Could you throw it a thumbs up if you like this type of stuff? I'm not a psychopath. Thanks for stopping by, though. It was a little bit more than that, Doom. That's considered a collector's edition, so it was about 850 cheeseburgers, if I recall. Del Boy, how are you doing? Yeah, some trolls, right? Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you doing that. Double tap the screen, like it, and if you could subscribe, we'd really appreciate that. Happy Tree Friends went on for years. So, like I said, I've never watched it. We didn't watch TV growing up. Excuse me. Yeah, absolutely, that's fair. I don't mind if they don't say, but if they say they're under that, I'm booting them or shouting out the top of my parents, come get your kids. Yeah. Short 12-gauge shells. Jason, that's a good question. Most guns, unless it's a single shot, won't run them. So cool. Pull the slide. I cannot, unfortunately, Doom. We can't touch guns on lives. I've never shot the mini shells. I think they're cool. I know where I can get a whole bunch of them. My local gun and pawn has them. But single shots and double barrels would shoot them no problem. But levers or pump or semi-autos, most of them would not be able to work. Imagine trolling Jerome. He has a heart of gold. He's so nice. Right. Let's see. Doom says, okay. Yeah, I can't, unfortunately. Almost at 1K. Getting there slowly. I don't think it was YouTube or on TV. They do some series of Netflix. Okay. How many do I have, says Del Boy. Haven't counted in a while. We're getting close to 100, if not. He has the guns. He has nothing more, Del Boy. Yeah. 65 subs. Good. Mango. You do gaming content, right, if I recall? I think I've been on 2 of your lives. It's usually not at the right time for me to hop on. AKs? I do. I have an AK, yes. Thanks for asking, Doom. I have one. It's a Kalashnikov. It's that red furniture one right there. Next to my AR, and I have one of those. It's a Kalashnikov from 2023, I think is when I bought that, about 2 years ago. Happy Tree Friend has been around since 99. That's a year younger than me. Oh, okay. I'm older than that. What's up, Dante? Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, caught your live during the day. Normally, I don't do one during the day. That's why. I'm normally going to bed when you go live at night. Yep. Glad I could catch you. You know what to do. Double tap that screen. Folks, if you like this content, subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We would love to get to 1,000 by the end of the month. Wouldn't that be nice? We are, what, the 16th today, I believe? Think we can get to 1,000? No, today's the 17th. We got to be able to get to 1,000, right? A black AK. Nice. What brand's yours? I wanted at least some type of wood furniture, but I did not want a blonde wood. I do not like blonde wood. Gaming and editing mostly, but I do reactions. Okay. Let's see. Sorry I've not been in lately. School has been... It's okay, brother. I think you were in here once in the past week and a half. That's fine. Caveman says, it's weird it doesn't show how many likes. I'll tell you a secret, Caveman. I actually shut that off. There's a feature that you can shut that off, and it's supposed to help you get better views. Because if people show low thumb count, they might be like, this is a dumb video. So I shut that off. It was one of those things that they talk about that can help with your likes. Hey, Mango, see you. I just said why, Mango. Have you ever cleared a squib with a blank? I have not. That's a good question. That might be able to work. So I had one squib in my life on one of my hand loads. So this single shot 25 Stevens rimfire, I loaded my own ammo and made my own ammo. Look at my short about it. So you've probably heard of 22 rimfire, right? I'm sure everybody has. Well, that thing's the 25 Stevens rimfire. This is a short. And they're extremely hard to find. So you can make your own out of shells from 17 WSM. Well, I think that one, when I loaded it, I never put powder in it. And it didn't go off properly, and it got one stuck in there. One of Wook's furniture AR. That would actually look pretty good. I'm not... For ARs, I only have one. I think wood would look okay on it if it was a Wook's. Oh, I gotcha. Someone at my range pulled a bullet out of a 22 round to clear a squib. Okay. Do a poll, you or arms room. I'm not going to put that. And it's so tiny. I know, right? They're just barely bigger than a 22. Now, and yeah, these I haven't loaded because these are factory, but these things are little 22s. They're called CB 22s. They're pretty much silent. Both guys are cool, but Drum is my second favorite streamer after Tacklon. I appreciate that, Zeus. I really like Arms Room for a couple reasons. He's got some stuff that I would like, and I'm sure I got stuff he would like, which everybody does, right? I know FAL Man said he's got stuff. I have stuff he'd like, and I told him you have stuff I do. Chanson, yeah, he's a cool guy. I was on last night on his, and he was promoting mine and saying that he hopes mine goes better than his, and he's like 14,000 people. Yeah, Utah Dad's in there somewhere too. Definitely. Yeah, they're coated. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that tiny gun is an antique from made in 1969 to 1971. They barely made any of them. It's a rare gun. It's worth between $500 and $1,000. It has the extractor. Most of them are either broke or don't have them. When you twist the barrel, it shoves the bullet out. And so that's one. The only thing that was wrong with that one was the mainspring was broken for the hammer. Yeah, Sam Moore. So I have some that are broken, as in worn out, and I fix them. That one had a broken spring, and so I need to buy some spring steel for it, and then I can put it back together, and it'll be fine. Hey, Papa Pew Pews, there he is. Welcome to the chat. Papa in the house. Make me a zip gun. A zip gun. Those zip gun 22s are disgusting. Jerome, I actually gonna go for like 30. I might be able to come back in later. Okay. I might still be on there, hopefully. We'll see how well it goes. We got 18 people in the chat. Yeah, Sam Moore, if you guys aren't subbed to him, awesome guy. Love his content. He's got a lot of pocket pistols. He tests a lot of like this versus that, a revolver 22 versus this 22, like a semi-auto or a single shot 22. He's got all this neat stuff, you know. He likes his pocket guns kind of like me. Is it gun legal to make? Just not legal to sell. Well, it depends what you mean by zip gun, because they actually made one that was a semi-automatic that took 1022 Rugers. Hey, Navy, welcome to the chat. Taylor Johnson Robinson Room Desk CCTV. How are you? Closed caption TV. Not quite. I don't think he'd have some of these on there, would he? Yeah, I need to find some spring steel. Probably off of Amazon or something, and bend it to the right thing to make it work for this. That's the only thing that had. I mean, I cleaned up a little bit of the tarnish on the brass and on the metal. Maybe on the metal I did a little too deep. Desert Brother, what's up? Paul Wick. Yeah, I'm going to have to roll to Papa. And thanks so much for the kind words, all the support. Much love to everybody in here. And see y'all on the next yee. Yep. Doom, so what's on the counter here is we've got our TTI Canik Combat 9mm. We've got our Sketch Special Edition SFX Canik. Here is a like a PPK looking thing. It's called a PA-63 in the Makarov. Those are the little bullets it shoots. This is a little 22. It's made in 1869 to 1871. A little 22 P22. This is Colt Police Positive, early 1900s, chambered in 32 long rifle or long Smith & Wesson. That's another Police Positive, chambered in the 32-20. And then I have a 45 Colt right here. It's a Cimarron. I have more handguns in there. And allegedly there's one in my back pocket. It was super small. Let's see. How can I learn about pistol shotguns or all the enemies of them, etc.? YouTube, Navy. YouTube helps. Wikipedia a little bit. Maybe purchasing one yourself, or how should I say, asking to borrow one from someone else that knows the knowledge of guns. Thanks for the sub, whoever gave us that. And very safely go over it. Yeah, it looks like a Bursa, yeah. And see if you got friends that wants to shoot. That's not the guns problem, Paxis. Prazix. Thanks for coming by. I think I've never seen you here. Thanks for coming by. Bros, guns suck, can't shoot for bleep. I can shoot actually pretty good, but usually that's not the gun's fault. Normally that's the shooter's fault. That's the shooter's fault. Lots of research on YouTube, Navy. Yes, right on. Hey, Cool Edits. Welcome to the chat. Hello. How are you doing? God, brother. Brookside, God's good. Definitely looks like a Thunder 380. It does. Yeah, right, EDC. Do you have any German guns? So I have a Mauser. This big old long one here. It's a Mauser, Turkish Mauser, made in 1938, 1939, somewhere around there. And then I have this. It's a Century Arms clone, but it has HK parts all in it. So technically it's German. He tried to hit on me. Whoops. See you, Phoenix. What about a 1911? I do. So I've got one in here, and there's my sniper rifle, by the way. I do have one in here. Almost showed you my pin. Don't want to do that. Let's see here. Is Sig Sauer German? I'm not sure. I have two Sig Sauers. This is one, an M18, and I've got a 365. So my 1911 is right here. It's an M1A, or an A1, whatever they call those things. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, you saw them shotties. Hit that like button, guys, and subscribe if you haven't yet to the channel. We appreciate all you do. And those other channels for us too, guys. Let's keep the U.S. Free. I wish I was easy to get permit for carrying gun in Turkey. Oh yeah, I have turkey guns. I have I have turkey guns as in like that will kill turkeys, shotguns. I also have a couple Turkish guns. Obviously, Canics are made in Turkey. Not all of them, because the newest one, the Prime 9, is actually made in the U.S., if I recall. And then I have a TSS double stack that's made in Turkey. Pen like Benjamin or Pin. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know how Turkey would be for getting one, Navy. I have no idea. The Dre rifle I have is cool, but I'm selling. Don't know what a Dre is. Oh, a brown one. It's such a beauty. Yes, mine is a, what do you call that? It's a Springfield. It's a Springfield mil-spec. Springfield mil-spec. Thanks for the sub. Someone just gave us another one. Sorry, the shadow of the phone kind of puts a bad light on it. So I used to have a light that I normally have over here, but it's in my work van right now, so I don't have it out. He opened the safe. I did. Wonder if you need a license to own a rifle there. In Turkey? I'm not sure. I guess that Mauser was made in Turkey. It's a German rifle, but it's made in Turkey. It's a Mauser, you know. It's made in Turkey, that one. Yeah, I don't open the safe very often on lines. Here and there, people will request it. Allegedly. 23 in the chat. Thank you, guys. This is Desert Armory and More. If you're new to this, we do shorts of shooting, shorts of hiking. We did a little bit of shorts the other day of hunting dove. It's just, I don't have a good spot for me to put a phone or a camera while I'm shooting, so there's not a lot of actual shooting, but results of it. I have shorts of hiking, shorts of exploring caves and mines. If you like this stuff, double tap the screen and subscribe. Turn on notifications. We're live every day, usually 6 p.m. Arizona time. But today we decided to start a little early. We weren't able to do it live yesterday, so we're starting today. Crazy how they have gun factories, but strict. Yeah, I know, right? Same with other places. My main carry is a Turkish brand SAR. Yes, some SARs are pretty good. I've never shot one. I've seen a lot at my local U.S. pawn. I've seen some SARs there. I didn't realize they were in Turkey, though. There's a decent amount of turkey guns. The one I hear that aren't as good, even though people brag them up and get paid to review them, is G-Force. I hear they have some problems, and they're not that great. They're on the lower end of the Turkish guns. All right, guys, I'm burning daylight. I got to go out and finish my trip prep. Y'all have a good evening. You too, Zeus. Have a good rest of your day. Navy says, I think you can have a rifle if you get a hunting license here, but again, you got to have a reason to carry it too. Yeah, that's how some places in like UK and stuff, you have to prove why you want it, what is it for, and all this other stuff, and it takes like 3 years to get something over there, I hear. Okay, you love Turkish tobacco. Okay. Phoenix is back. Uh-oh, should we be scared? Hey, Mr. Wick, how you doing? You changed I just realized you changed your name. You used to be Paul White or Witt. W-H-I-T-T. I like this one better. Always be safe. To Wick of the Paul. Actually, when I went dove hunting the other day, that I carried my TTI as my sidearm. That was one of the suggestions, as well as my 45 Colt. But I decided to do the TTI, and it comes with a really nice Terran tactical case. This actually fits that blue one in it too, so that's kind of cool. But that's what we had as our sidearm. It blended very nice into my camo. You guys got a gun just with driving license and some state, right? So Navy here in Arizona, you just need your driver's license and put that info in all to the system, and then you fill out a paperwork showing it's registered to you. Some states like California, you had to do this little test. It's called the Firearms Safety Card, just to see that you know how to handle a gun and ask safety questions. And then if you pass that, they give you the FSC card, Firearm Safety Card. Other states have one called the Floyd or something like that, or Floyd card. I forget what it's called. That takes time and money too. But here in Arizona, yeah, you just need to have a driver's license and a street address is legal. Problem is I need 25 to get. Oh, okay. What's the best MG out there? MG 42.9. I don't know. I don't have an MG. Yes, Navy. I'm in a constitutional carry. Same here, Seuss. We can carry outside or inside, no problem. But we also have private sales. Yes, we can do private sales here as well, because it's not legal to. You don't have to register your guns in Arizona. It's not a requirement like Cali. Is that a FEG? Good eye, Rose. Thanks for coming by. Yes, it is. Good eye. This is a FEG Mac PA63 in 9mm. It's called a PA63. And the Makarov. Good eye. Devious. Will you sell your guns? I suppose if I needed money, and I could do it the legal way where it's supposed to be done, but we do not sell any of these on the chats. Nope, no sir. Handwritten bill of sale with both or info on it. Yep, that's exactly how it is here, Zeus. If they require that. Like my local flea market, I mean, you could just walk up, ask to look at the gun, look at it, give them the money, walk out, you're done. But some of the guys sell more often, so they'll ask for your info as well. And to answer them, a few questions correct also. Well, yeah, it depends. Like for the California was, yeah. Oh, and then on the, yeah, what's that form called? You're correct. Phoenix, Paul Wick. You're right. When you're doing it at gun shows or gun shows or gun stores, pawn shops, they give you that form to fill out and answer those correctly. And if your background check passes, I mean, you're clean as a whistle. Like mine always has no issues because, I've only had one ticket in my life, or was it two? One was for not changing my address sooner than 10 days, which is a dumb ticket to get. And then the officer never signed the ticket, so I only had to pay $25. And then the other one was headphones. I had headphones on one time I was on a trip, and I should have changed the place of meeting, so I didn't have to pay the $200-something fine or whatever it was. It's weird because I normally do not do that. Yeah, the 4473. Yep. I just be cautious, so I'd rather have a name and a date if anyone stole it for him. Yeah, right. Where can I purchase firearm without information? Well, it depends, Devious. It depends how your state is. If your state's totally fine with compliant armory. Thanks for coming by. I remember seeing you in another chat. Thank you. Yes, these are both Canics. Appreciate you coming by. If you're not subscribed, appreciate if you would. Double tap that screen as well. Yeah, Devious, if your state allows private sales back and forth, you could look at, like, our local little paper has them for sale on there, and you call them up. Or at, what do you call it? Swap meets. It's up to you. So we have the TTI Combat in 9mm, and then we have the Canic Signature Series SFX Sketch. Thanks, by the way. The only thing you do on Craigslist would be obviously like air guns and what do you call it? Pellet guns. Actually, they restrict those, I think, too. Possibly. Anywho. El Campo David. RSG, man, those are some nice Canics. I just bought TGI Comics. Smoke. Yep. So I have the first one. Compliant. You got my sub, brother. Let's see. Devious says he's just playing. He's an ATF agent. Yeah, he's just seeing if we know our stuff. Totally jelly of that blue doodle mechanic, but yeah, I'll totally TTI, dude. I'm hook up on combo. Okay, see ya. You're bored. No worries. No worries. See ya, Zeus. Okay, so this little pistol here is. Let's see if I can zoom in. I never did a short on it yet. This is an E. Allen and Company from Winchester, Massachusetts. It's made in 1869 to 1871 is when they made this. Currently, I'm still doing a light restoration on it. And the thing that was wrong with it is the spring for the hammer was broke. That was the only thing. Their value is worth $500 to $1,000. This would be on the higher end just because it still has the extractor. When you twist the barrel out, it pushes the shell out. A lot of them either were broken or they didn't have that feature. So it's probably more like $800 to $900 for that little dinky thingy. Yeah, that's my... For what size it is, that's the most expensive. For how much size it is. I paid under $4 for it, I know that. It's got rosewood handles, but yeah. It was before Allen and Hopkins joined, so it's just called E. Allen's. Yes, it's a collector piece. That would probably be one of the ones that I have that are more of a collector piece. Obviously, most Colts are. I have 2 Colts on the table there. A lot of lever actions are collectors, so I have a decent amount of those. That bottom one's the newest. That's from the 70s. The rest are early 1900s or late 1800s. And then most double barrel old ones are worth something. That top one's a little more modern. I think that one's from the 50s. The bottom one's from 1960. It's a 10 gauge Beretta. And then most of those in there are antiques. Except that lever action there isn't the 3030. And the Model 99 Savage isn't. But the others are. Got a little 22 back there. It's an oddball little thing. It's called a Schley or something. Nitro 22, King Nitro. Let's see, we got an MP5 here. It's a clone, but it's got HK parts. We have something coming for that in the mail, so look forward to live of unboxing it. Let's see here. We've got some shotguns we're working on back there. The butt for the one's right there. It's for the one in the corner, and then I need to get the triggers for it. This one I need a forearm for it. I think something was biting me on my hand there. Sure felt like it. Probably a skeeter. This one needs a forearm, and then I need to tighten up the action a little bit. I did some work on it. I think I trimmed it too much, so I got to build it back up and then grind it properly. AK, AR, we got a 36-inch 12-gauge shotgun. It's called a Marlin Original Goose. Got a 308 here, a pellet gun there. Here's a tactical shotgun 12-gauge. We got our sniper 338 Lapua. Any black powder guns? Technically, all my shotguns that are pre-1899 are, but I use Pyrodex in them instead, like this one here. Pyrodex instead of black powder. Same with this one would be black powder or equivalent. This one's a Kentucky rifle. That one definitely would be black powders from 1820s to 1860s. That one currently I bought as is. Currently it's not functional, but we'll get it going sometime. That's that. Get out of my yard, boy. Yeah. Let's see here. And this one's my oldest lever where the tip of my finger is. It's the 1895. So it's considered an antique. So you have a few that would be originally chambered in black powder. Like this little thing, this 22 would have been black powder originally. Yeah, I think something bit my hand. I think it was a little skeeter. Naughty little guy bit my finger. Oh, we're a little crooked, guys. Yeah, that's a little better. 22 of you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys coming by. Supporting the 2A community and just talking about this, that, and the other. Shooting the breeze, as they say. Literally, huh? Compliant Armory, thank you. I believe I am not subbed to you, so let me see if I can find your handle. see here, and I'll screenshot it and look you up. If you sub to me in your public, I'll be able to get to you right away anyways, but I got you screenshot at Compliant Armory. There we go. Got you screenshot. That way I can sub to you. But yeah, if you're not private but public and you sub to me, it'll pop up as a little white thing and I can do it easily. Those skeeters come out of the rain last night. Oh, I'm sure they did. Probably those flying ants too. Well, ours were before that. He's got some fire. Oh, Contemporary Armory? I'll find out. It's interesting. Sometimes I'll get these shorts that are from people I've never heard of that do shorts like we do, you know? And then it's like, wow, how come I never came across you? And I'll usually comment, hey, glad I came across you. I do 2A content too. I subbed, mine subbing back. And sometimes they'll respond back and say, sure, and they do. I have one right there. Lanha, welcome to the chat. Desert Armory and more here. Right there. There's my AK. It's a Kalashnikov. No more dust storms out there? Not where I'm at right now. Maybe in Phoenix they might have more hubbubs. Hubbubs? Not sure. I know some people out there. I could ask them, I guess. That direction. I shoot in my videos, but it's low grade. I do in my shorts as well, but it's low grade for me too, my shorts. It's like I don't spend the time to do some mass production something. Then sure, it might be able to get me more views, but I'm not set up for all that. You know, like some of these people do very high quality intros and this, that, and the other. But we're still just simple here. Even like you know, even Kentucky Ballistics and how Demo Ranch was. I mean, they had their higher end entry, but their content was fairly simple and lower key. Other than they got their slow mo cameras and stuff. But yeah, I think simple. We all start out more simple and kind of feel our way, and if we like that, just go with that. And yeah, I haven't done long formats of shooting, just short ones, just shorts. Caveman, you got a new sub, my guy. Let me see what Caveman's handle is. Caveman, let's see. His is the little pinkish magenta C. Caveman loves smoke 4-3, and I don't know what the rest is. I screenshot it, but we'll see if we can get to it later. Guys, like and subscribe. I see 32 of you in the chat. Really would like you to give some subs. We'd love to get to 1,000 before the end of the month. If YouTube quits pulling some of my subs, I'll go like 10 up and they take some down. I'll get another 10 up and they take some down. It's like 5 steps forward, 3 backwards or something. They'll just leave like 2 of them sometimes. It's between accounts that are, what do you call it, bots. They'll take those away, and it seems like they say they take minor accounts away too. If they know it's a minor, they'll take those away. That if they've subbed, they also take, say if there's an account that's been stagnant for years and they've been, say someone's been subscribed to my account for like 10 years or something, but they're an inactive account, they'll take that one away. But these are all new, obviously, because they made this subscription. That means they were active. All taunt Kent is good content as long as we are responsible. Yep. Fire. My feet are on fire. Wow, my chat is. Not quite. We got 31 people here. They're probably going to block me because I had a little tune that was copyrighted, right? No. Some people get copyright stuff. They do. I feel bad for Armsman. The other day he was running. About 45, 49 minutes in, they shut him off. And it said he had a violation for touching something. He uses a baton with a little plastic hand on it for pointing. He touched nothing. I watched the whole thing towards the end there and towards the beginning too. I don't know about in the center, but he never touches anything. Nobody does. Yeah, it's just dumb. YouTube it's all the algorithms and the AI part. They think you touched it. He said thankfully though, they were in his favor. They agreed that he touched nothing. I mean, how could he? It shows a metal piece of steel with a little teeny plastic hand on the end. Obviously, that's a fake hand. I mean, you can tell, right? Yeah, I feel for him. A lot of these guys are getting knocked. Thankfully, I haven't gotten anything yet. Tactical Tote got knocked because he was watching a YouTube video from Hickok 45 in the background, and you could barely hear it in the background, but you could see it. He got knocked for that, and it's like he's like, well, why? I'm playing YouTube. I'm on YouTube. It's not copyrighted. It's free because obviously you can watch it. You know. I think the chat froze. Let me sign back out, and I'll sign right back in. See you guys. A little bit. All right, we're back. We are back. I think the chat froze a little bit. Might have, not sure. But guys, if you're new to this, we are Desert Armory and More. And we appreciate you stopping by, giving us the support we need. We have 840 subscriptions. We would love to get to 1,000 subscriptions before the end of the month. We are, what, 17th? I think we can do that, folks. We'd love that. Yeah, obviously, if you could double tap the screen, that helps with the algorithms of YouTube. Thanks for the subscription. Appreciate that. Someone just gave us one. We're at 241 now. Sorry, 841. Brain's going slow. Coffee should have kicked in by now. Anyways, we do shorts of this type of stuff. We do shorts of hunting. We did a little bit of that a couple days ago, some dove. Hopefully we'll have more of that mid-November, white-tailed deer. And then we have shorts of shooting, shorts of talking about guns and some of their history, just showing guns. I have shorts of exploring old mines, caves, stuff like that. If you like the outdoors, I love the outdoors myself. If you like that stuff, we've got lots of videos of all sorts of stuff. So if you enjoy that stuff, I do a little bit of my handyman stuff as well. So I'll post here and there some of the work I do of handyman work. So if you like that too, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notifications on so you know when we come live. Sorry, someone's trying to call me. They can leave a message. But yeah. Let's see. Paul Wick says, it's like as soon as the human steps in, they can fix it, but they're trusting the AI. I know. I wish YouTube wasn't so wonky. Sometimes it gives me trouble subbing to certain channels like Shadow Band. Yeah, they do that all the time. Definitely going to have to check those out. Okay, thank you, Compliant Army, I appreciate it. And like I said, I'm going to check your channel out. I've seen you in other chats. I think you might have had a different, what do you call it, avatar picture or whatever, profile picture at the time. Maybe not. But I do remember the Compliant Armory because I was thinking, is he from Cali or some other liberal state that you want to make sure you're compliant? I used to be in Cali for a while. I'm from Arizona, and I'm back in Arizona, southern Arizona, but I know all about that compliance stuff. It's a pain. What do you got here? I didn't even get to see that one. Was that a bot, Paul? Thanks for getting them out of here. The Gaming Crypt. What's the best shotgun you got? It's behind me. Let me flip the camera around. You want to see it? Okay, we'll be right back. All right. So my favorite and best and most valuable, most expensive is my Beretta Silverhawk 10 gauge double barrel. It shoots the what size does that shoot? These big old puppies. These are 3.5 Magnum turkey loads. This is a 5 2-ounce. These are turkey slams, grand slams. That thing kicks like a mule. If you want to see me shoot it, I have shorts of it. And I also have shorts of shooting my single shot with these. I believe it kicks even harder. Yeah, it's a real man shotgun. That's a 10 gauge back there as well. And then I have a 10 gauge right here. That's a lever action. I didn't realize it, but this lever action, the firing pin's broke. So I need to get a new firing pin. This is a single shot 10 gauge that I've shot these with too. That thing hurts more than this one because it's lighter. Whew, it hurts. But yeah, thanks for coming by, Project Crypt. Sorry, Gaming Crypt. Oh yeah, Cali, where the guns can swim because they all have fins. No joke. You subbed. Oh, sure enough, we went up one. I appreciate that. We try to go live every day, or post something at least. Usually, if I'm not going to be live, I'm going to go ahead and post something in a short and kind of explaining why. Let's see. The short about me now has 19K views. Wow, brother. Here. Look, since you can't reach your own back, I'm patting your back for you. Hooray for you. My highest view one's almost 4,000. Good for you, buddy. Hey, we got another sub. Thank you. Thomas Simpson, how are you? Is that Canica Miami Nights? It is not. Very, very similar coloring. They would have pinkish on them. So this one is a Canic TTI, or sorry, this one is. That one's a Canic Sketch, SFX Sketch, signature series. It's number 625, I think, of 2500. Thomas, I don't remember if you've been here before. Thank you so much for coming in. Freddy17, how are you? Hey there, he says. What's up? How's your day going, Freddy? Don't think I've seen you in here. Subscribe if you like this type of stuff. We do shorts of shooting, shorts of hiking, shorts of outdoors, exploring, shorts of some of my work as a handyman. Gaming Crypt, thanks so much for coming by. See you later. Skylar Kessner, you're new to the chat too. How are you doing? I always liked that last name, Skylar. And Liam is back. Haven't posted anything. Someone else made a short about me. I think you understood. Yes, yeah, I knew what you meant. Buenos tardes. ¿Y cuál, hermano? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué es su nombre? Es José. ¿Cómo estás, hermanos? ¿Dónde vive? ¿En Estados Unidos y México o Puerto Rico? ¿Dónde? I have an Arctic Camouflage SFT. Okay. Mine's an SFX Canic. We got another subscription. Gracias para vienen, José. ¿Dónde vive? Does the Arctic Camouflage get a little dirty looking, though, I wonder? Kind of like other white guns or white toolboxes, white pants, like if you're a painter, you know? What type of handyman work do you do? So, being a handyman means you're handy at a lot of stuff. I do electrical, as in like exchanging fixtures out, changing outlets out, adding lighting, running wire down the walls, doing tile, bathroom remodels, painting, hole patches, assembly work, laminated flooring. What else do I do? A whole bunch of that type of stuff. I love it. I enjoy doing it. All good. Meta nice guns, by the way. I have a Glock 17 and a single shot shotgun. What gauge is the single shot? I have one single shot. It's a little 410 right here. It's an Ivor Johnson right there. From like the 20s or 30s, something like that. I'm 67, live in New Mexico. Well, hello, neighbor. I am in southern Arizona. I'm just around the corner from you. How are you? Thanks for dropping by. 6'7". Appreciate you coming by. Don't remember if I've seen you in here before, but if you haven't, welcome. And thanks for dropping by. Double tap the screen and subscribe. Dude, I have a really similar 410. Liam, nice. I got mine from a gun store for like 150, 120 buckaroos. Bro, in my country, weapons is illegal. Give Colt 1911 and Benelli M4 and M249. I don't have a Benelli M4. I do have a 1911 on the table there. M249, don't know what that is. I would love to have a Benelli M4. Caveman's back. How would a guy getting into being an electrician, what trade or school or... I didn't go through any school, and I just learned by doing and reading up on books and stuff. Phoenix says, I don't know if y'all know the meme, the Gen Z Alpha will know. I don't know what that one is. On Friday, I'm getting a Springfield Armory TRP full rail model 1450. Nice. Very nice, mate. Got a couple subscription, guys. Thank you. Oh, we just got one more. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Maybe you want to see the face of the guy you're subscribing to. Hey, guys. Welcome to Desert Armory and more. How's your afternoon going? Your night, your day, wherever you are. Maybe it's early morning if you're over in UK, right? Y'all have the super long roads through the desert out there. Oh, and they probably do in New Mexico, more than likely. What's the name of the blue one? That's a Canic TTI Sketch. Sorry, a Canic Signature Series Sketch. SFX. Is that a PA63? Robert, good eye. It is. It shoots the Makarov. Here, I'll get the box. It shoots these little boogers right here. Right there. I'm sure it's backwards because I'm using the front. These are 9mm Makarov, 9x18. M249 and M2440 is military arms. I figured, usually if it's got an M in the front, that means it's military, right? Usually. That's usually what it means, just like an M4 or M16. Good eye, by the way, Robert. Appreciate you coming by. I haven't seen you in the chat. How is your day going? Like and subscribe if you like this type of stuff. If you, I also make requests. If you want to come by tomorrow's live, you can say, "Hey, do you have this gun?" And if I say yes, I can stick it on the table for tomorrow's live. Or actually, it'll probably be tonight's live. I'll probably have one tonight at about 6 p.m. Arizona time, hopefully. I'll try to get back to my normal 6 p.m. I need to do a short about that. That way people can know that I'll probably be going back to my normal time now, but we'll see. Is it custom made or that's how you got it? Freddie, that's how they come. Those Canik TTI, those Canik special series, the signature series, come with special stuff, like a special box. All the Caniks come with a lot of additives, but that's how that one's made. It's called the Sketch, and it's got all those lines on it that make it look like you did a drawing. Looks pretty cool. That's model number 600 and something of 2500. Big old belt fed boys. Yep. Fitzy, how you doing? Love the Canik Sig series. I see. That's not a Sig series. That's a TTI series. Don't think Canik went in with Sig. TTI, Terran Tactical, did. That's this one here. You're meaning, oh, gotcha, Canik Sig as in signature series. Gotcha, brother. My brain's going slow. That's my fault. That's my fault. Awesome. Looks like a water gun. I know, right? It's just missing the orange tip. Hey, look who's in the chat. Ammo Alchemist. Welcome to the chat. Well, 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 is what he says. How are we doing, Ammo? Doing any loading today? Excuse me. Awesome. Looks like a water gun. Okay, I already read that one. Ferris, you're doing good, it says, huh? Ferris Kareem, how are you? I guess good, huh? Double tap that screen, folks. Like and subscribe. Someone has this shocked face. Oh, no. Well, let's cheer that face up. Let's see, what could cheer that face up? Maybe subscribing to me? That's our subscription account. Hey, what's up, Mike? You made it. Income shoots wonderfully, and the grips on it very aggressive. Yeah, on the TTI Canik, they are. Yes, they are. The Caveman. The Caniks have a very good trigger. Some people say, oh, people always brag on how good the trigger is. My Glock's just as good. Out of the box, Glock is not better than Canik's trigger. Out of the box, the only two that I think are out of the box just as good, a PDP Walther has a trigger just as good or better than a Canik. Especially if you get the TTI Canik, this one, that is the best trigger, just about anyways, out of the box for any gun. How many firearms do you have in total? Fitzy, unsure. It's somewhere around 85 to 100. Yes, that's a TTI Combat. Ibra, welcome to the chat. They say, wow. Like and subscribe, guys. Double tap that screen. Better than a 2011. Depends on what 2011 you're running, Benjamin. I guess I'm meaning more like what a person can afford. Thanks for coming by. I have a 2011 TSIS. That TTI Canik is a little better. But I'm sure those 2011s that are like 8 to 12 gram probably have a little bit better trigger. Not much, though, because that thing's about a 3 pound. Was that a 50 BMG? Freddy, no, that is a 338 Lapua sniper rifle. Let's see. I have a... Let's see here. So we have... I'll show you the size difference, what they look like ammo-wise. So there is... Let me put you straighter here. There's a 22 and the 338 Lapua. And there's my finger. Hi, I'm new here. Useless Kid. Interesting name. Thanks for stopping by. Double tap the screen and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Best budget AR. It used to be probably Anderson, but they went belly up, so probably PSA. Some Andersons had issues. But yeah, again, that is my Ruger Precision 338 Lapua. Staccato, XCXL, and Atlas Athena. Yes, those are very good guns. So is the Infinity and the Pit Viper and all those ones we can't afford, right? Let's see here. You're not wrong. I do like your pistol triggers. Great reset. Yes, the Canics do. The Canic Dark Side. That would be the signature series, right? I think they made that for when a Star Wars movie came out, when they had that big break. Force Awakens, I think. Best budget AR. I enjoy my Radical Arms. Okay, yeah, that would probably be pretty good. But yeah, PSA Palmetto State Armory is a good one to start out with. Mine is a Delton, which they don't make anymore. That's a nice middle of the road. It was like $7.50 cheeseburgers, under $800 after taxes and fees, or right around there. It was just over 800 cheeseburgers after taxes and fees. Delton. It's a good all the way around. It looks like an M4 Colt. I bet no one will set foot in his house. Radicals are definitely a budget AR. Would they be equivalent of a Palmetto, not a Palmetto, of an Anderson? Cheers, man. Dig the vibe. Have a good one. Thanks, Ben. If you aren't subscribed, I wish you would and like. If you have a channel and you did subscribe and you're like a public, not a private channel, I'll subscribe right back if I'm able to. Let me see if I can find your handle. Let's see, yours is Benjamin something. Let me scroll down. Let's see if we can find you here so I can screenshot that. Let's see, your guy standing in the field with a gun in his... Hey, what's up? Curious. Kadarius, however you pronounce that. Welcome to the chat. How are you? Yeah, I think Anderson's probably lower than Radical, but maybe not. Let's see, it's a guy, black shirt. There he is, Benjamin Enkel. There we go, screenshotting you. If you aren't public, I'll try to search you up if you're private and subscribe back to you. But Kendarius Hawkins, how are you this afternoon, evening, wherever you're at? It's afternoon for me over here in southern Arizona. All is well. Cool collection. That's some of mine. I've got more here on the wall, lever actions, a couple other things here and there. Got more in the safe. My clone MP5 with HK MP5 parts in it. I got something coming for that, so there's going to be an unboxing here on live of that. The guy's name is Notification, and your live stream account. Nope. That guy can go. Bye-bye. You're going to be permanently banned. Say goodbye to notifications. Bye-bye. Hey, I think I show an MP5. Can you show it up? Yeah, I'll get closer. So it's a Century Arms with HK MP5 internals. And I have a part coming for that we're going to do a live unboxing for. It's shipped over here right now. So subscribe and turn your notifications on. That way you know when the live happens for the unboxing of that. How's that sound, folks? Double barrels, a single shot on the top, 10 gauges. Yep, love our 10 gauges. I didn't pay MP5 price for it. I paid a lot less. So that already had HK parts in it when I bought it with one mag. I bought the two others later. It's a Century Arms. It's called a HK5. I forget what the thing's called. It's called a AP5 MKE, and it does this. $1,200 buckaroos is what I paid. Looks sick. Yep. Liam says, have you ever installed a gas block or an AR-15, and do you have any tips? I have not. If so, do you enjoy it? Smith & Wesson, welcome to the chat. I have a couple Smith & Wessons. I have a 460 revolver. Yes, Joker's Guns. That is what that is. Thank you. An MK AP5. And I have a 2.0 Bodyguard. It's this little booger right there. It's usually in my pocket. So if it's a little dusty, that's from lint and whatnot. I really like that. It's a 2.0 bodyguard. I would venture to say it is the best 380 on the market right now. It is the best one on the market right now. Let's see here. I wouldn't mind getting a Shield Plus 2.0, possibly with the metal. I want the 2.0 bodyguard, but they're not legal in California, of course. Smith and Wesson, or Wesson and Smith, sorry. I know. I lived in California from 2012 to 2024, just last December. I know all about the pains of that. So many of them would not be allowed there. And thankfully, they allowed the 365 and the Hellcat. Those are two good ones for over there. I don't have any. Yes, the Performance Series just came out recently of the 2.0 Bodyguard. Let's see here. What's this guy say? B.O. Botchter. Don't know. It's probably a... I don't know who that is. And then, yeah, I have a Smith & Wesson 460 revolver, 5-shot. It's in that blue box up there. It was on my last live stream and the one before that. Thing's fun to shoot. Not for the wallet, though. It's kind of pricey. But yeah, California with their roster system, it's so sad. Right now, the 2.0 Bodyguard doesn't have the, maybe the first series does, but the 2.0 currently doesn't have the magazine disconnect. And so, obviously, Cali has to have that, as well as a chamber indicator, which this has neither. It has the trigger safety and a back safety, but you can get two styles. You can get one without the manual safety in the back or one with just the trigger safety. Mine has both. I just, if it's in my pocket, I leave it off safe. But then as soon as I would need it, yeah, you want to put it off. Yeah, I'm planning to move to Oklahoma soon. Good. Count for going out. Yeah, it's been doing that, sadly, even faster. Oklahoma, nice. They have decent laws for 2A2, I believe. Arizona is really good, too. Hey, you have a channel, Wesson and Smith? If you do and you sub, I'll see if I can sub back. If you're public, I usually always sub back, even if a person doesn't have a channel. Let's see here. Yours is Wesson and Smith. Let's see if I can find you in the handles. Wesson and Smith. But yours is actually Ryan Dines, isn't it? No, that's somebody else. Do you go hunting? If yes, what do you hunt? Hey, Freddie, thanks for asking that question. So I just started hunting here in Arizona now that I'm back. And I did dove. So if you want to see some shorts of hunting dove, I got a few just the other day. It was just me hunting, so I don't have a GoPro, so I don't have a way to like video while I'm shooting. Hey, what's up, J-Dog? So I have some shorts of hunting of dove the other day. And then I have a whitetail hunt coming up mid-November. We're going to be using my 30-30 lever and my 270. Let's see. No, sir, I do not, but I will sub. Appreciate that, Weston. Even if you don't have one, which maybe you just sub now, appreciate that. If you don't have an account, I'll sub. That way, if you ever decide to do lives, you'll already have the 50. You'll be getting stuff like from us. Oh, J-Dog is in the house. Yep. What's your favorite Safe Queen BBQ gun? Don't know what the BBQ means. Like beside where you're barbecuing? I'll just have my normal EDC, which is my 365 or my 2.0 Bodyguard. Safe Queen. I don't keep this one in a safe. I mean, I do some. Would be the double barrel. That's my favorite shotgun, and it's beautiful. It's my 10 gauge Beretta Silverhawk made in 1960. That one I would say is more of a safe queen. The P320 has been in the safe too. I mean, it's been on the counter, but I haven't shot in a while. My show off gun. Yeah, she's a beauty. She's a very nice high-end shotgun. Actually, that was the gun I paid the most for, just because I was able to get that sniper for such a good deal, even though that would have been way more. Um, Even with the scope, I got that cheaper than this shotgun. Both were used very, very lightly. What's up, SpongeBob hater? Like the name. Was America testing nuclear weapons in the ocean to kill SpongeBob? Don't know, maybe. They weren't the only ones who did ocean testing, but who knows, brother? You have to ask SpongeBob about that one. 320 is the Saga Jester. Safe Jester. Yeah, that gun normally is about $2,400. The first gen. They have a second gen out now, so it's about the same price too. Most of them are. Obviously, that's with like 1 or 2 mags, no scope. That one originally came with a small break and no scope. Someone upgraded to the bigger break, and I bought the scope separate. So I got mine with 80 rounds and a nice bag for 1,200 cheeseburgers. The scope was supposed to be a $1,200 scope. It's a Vortex Venom, and I got it for $420. So yeah, I got the whole unit for 1620 buckaroos, 80 rounds, and a nice carrying case, like probably $120 carrying case or more. No, probably more like 200. A soft, but it's a double. Yes, the Vipers are good. The Strike Eagle is even better, but this was brand new. Still had the taggies on it, the same pawn shop back in Cali. But yeah, I could have sold it without even putting the scope on it and made like $500 just like that. Yep, just got another one, brother. Yeah, that person who subbed was Wesson and Smith, who made that $850. As in the 338 Lapua ammo, it is a little pricey. I do have a Shorts, though, here. My local pawn and gun can get it very easily. But I'm starting to reload it myself, but they're hunting rounds instead of the competition rounds. So I reloaded this one myself. It's a hunting round. It'd be perfect for elk, soft tip, or moose or caribou. They are these right here, spear boat tail, big game. But what they come with are using match tip, and the brand is the S&B. Although I do have one box of Norma match, and I have 2 boxes of Fort munitions and 2 of Burgers, which are really, really accurate. The Burgers and the Fort munitions, those are the ones that came with the gun. I never actually shot those. It came with some S&B too, but I shot those, and plus I've bought a whole bunch since of the S&B because I can get them for like $3 or a little bit under around. But yeah, usually I just get these right here. Box of these, a box of 10 I can usually get for like $38. A box of 10, or no, it's a little less than that, I think. $33, $32 and something. So they're just over 3, I think. My Safe Queen Colt 10 mil Delta Elite Hammer of Thor 326 of 500. Nice. So that's a smaller run than that Canic. So yeah, normally they're a little hollow point like this. Well, hello, welcome Arizona guys, gun boys. I'm from Arizona too. How are you? Too good for you. Welcome to the chat as well. I don't really know what question you're asking there, Arizona boy. I'm from Arizona as well, Southern Arizona. Have you seen the Arms Room? I have. I actually came across him before I started doing lives a couple months ago. Grouping size. So, with the ammo that I normally shoot, 338 Lapua at 500 yards is the farthest I've stretched it to, because unfortunately my local range only goes to 500, and it has a 1 foot gong, 1 foot gong with a light that flashes when you hit it. So I know for a fact I'm hitting at least a foot at 500. Other than that, I've never had a paper farther than that. So Since you're here in Arizona, I'm guessing, Arizona gun boys, like I am, do you know of a good place for long other than out in the desert? Don't hold guns alive. I've learned from the arms room. Correct. Arms room has never touched him, even though he just got docked recently saying they touched him. He's never touched a gun, and they keep saying he has. He never has. This last time he got called upon, he got touched one, and here he's got a bayonet with a fake hand on the end. That's a dinky little hand like that big. They said he touched something. Arms room, I love him a lot. I like his channel. My safe queen is a Delton Echo 308, 16-inch barrel, serial of 144 super low. Nice. 2 range north of Phoenix. Yes, so I do know which one you're talking about. That's the only one. It's called Ben Avery. I don't live on that neck of the woods anymore, otherwise I'd go to it. I used to be about an hour from Ben Avery off of 74. Carefree Highway. But I do not live over, I live way south of that now. I'm real close to the Mexico border. Makes no sense. Yeah, I know it doesn't. What Glocks you have? I have a Glock 20. That's the only one I have. I do the desert, no rules or restrictions. Went to 850 yards with a 308 last week. Sweet, that's pretty good for a 308. There is one place locally I stumbled across out in the desert that someone, I think, I didn't have my rangefinder with me, so I need to look. But I think it's more than 500. It's probably like 750 to 8. But I didn't have my rangefinder on me because I was just hunting doves, so I didn't have the rangefinder with me. It was in my car, though. But I should try that out. Looking into getting a Magnum cartridge, EX338. Yeah. So, yeah, mine's a Lapua 338. Those are both Colts. Too good for you. Those are both Colts. They're the only 2 Colts I own. They're early 1900s. Whoops, got you sideways. They're police positives. The one on the bottom is in really good shape. Never refinished. It's chambered in the 32 long Smith & Wesson, and the other one's in the 3220 Winchester centerfire. My Delton has been out to 1,165 yards with loaded ammo. Okay, my Delton's that one over there. I don't think it was anything special. Hey, what's up, late prepper? I'm doing better. There's my lever actions, and that the Lapua has a precision Ruger precision. But yeah, I really want to stretch the legs out on that thing. I told the channel sometime I'd do it too. So there's also another place. Hey, Matthew Bean, glad you made it. I decided to do it a little bit earlier. That way you could get on. That's honestly one of the reasons why I came on earlier. Because usually when I'm on, it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning over there. Hey, Matt. Mango was on earlier, but he had to do some studying or something of the sort, so he wasn't able to make it. But yeah, I'm feeling better. It's nice. You got to end up putting a can on the 338 or keep it the brake. That depends. I think the brake looks cool on it, because especially even though this is the Gen 1, which normally has a small brake, someone changed it out for the Gen 2, the really big brake. It looks like a tank. You're in the UK too, okay. So yeah, Mr. Bean, Matthew Bean, Beanie, people call him. He's from over there too. Welcome to Good For You. I don't know if that tax stamp actually stops January 6th this coming year. We hope it works. Hey, Paul Wick, he's a pretty chill guy. Matthew Bean is. He does a lot of like outdoor camping like stuff and just chatting, shooting the breeze. He just did a live a little bit ago. I was on it while I was making a late breakfast, early lunch. It was like 11:30, 11 o'clock when I was on with him there. Really, really chill guy. I think he has like maybe 100 something strokes. I forget. 60 something. I forget. He's slowly getting more. He's a really nice guy. I can see here. Oh, what do we got here? Late prepper says something. Right on, man. I also got done making a video review on my chest rig and the setup on it. So I'll drop an Easter egg for the new purchase. Ooh, is the Easter egg very visible? You can just call me Too Good like Arms Room does. Okay. Hey, no worries, brother. I try to help support little channels too, and I'm still small myself relatively, so love it. That my type of things. Yep. Paul Wick's a pretty chill guy too. He recently started doing lives right after I started. Um, we helped get him his 50. A couple of other channels helped push him to get over 50. That we could start doing his lives. Yep, yep. How many subs you got by now, Paul Wick? I keep calling you Paul Witt because that's what your name was earlier. Mr. Wick, whatever. The Easter egg is in the video. You just got to look closely and pay attention to what I say. Ha ha ha. Yeah, same here. I'll sub to you, Arizona Gun Boys. I remember I saw you in some other chat because I think I might have asked, hey, are you from Arizona too? There's quite a few gun tubers that are from Arizona, or people that are on my different chats. Sup later, prepper. FAL man, if you watch him, he's from over there in Arizona. He's outskirts. I sub to you. Thank you. I'll sub back. Let me see if I can. Whew, excuse me, guys. It snuck up on me. Let me see. Yours is the Punisher little head on there. There you go. At Arizona Gun Boys 7726 is your handle. Okay, got your screenshot. If you're not public, I'll find you. If you are, I'll go ahead and what do you call it? I'll find you very easily. But maybe you guys want to see the face that's chatting with you. So, this is Desert Armory and More. My name is Jerome. Some people call me Jerome. Some people call me Desert. Just don't call me late for supper, as they say. Appreciate it. Hey, no worries, brother. Appreciate you coming by. So, you said you got out pretty far. What type of, was that with the 308 you said? Or what were you using? You handsome devil. I hope I'm not a devil. I'd rather be an angel or a cherub. What was it you were pushing out pretty far that I suppose you were doing some precision stuff, long distance? I wasn't really planning on getting to much long distance, but that thing was so cheap that even if I sold it, I'd make $800. So, and even keeping the ammo if I wanted. 308 maxed out at 930. Okay, that is pretty far for 308. Isn't that about how far 6.5 Creedmoor's right around 900 to 1,000? Because I know some people do a lot of precision with that. Just chilling, watching the live. Yep, that's Mr. Bean for you. That's what I call him, Mr. Bean. I wish I lived in AZ. All the cool cats live there, but here I am, all the way in Indiana, doing Indiana things. They have decent gun laws, don't they? I mean, I know Illinois is horrible. They're almost as bad as Cali. Actually, in some ways, worse because they banned ARs and AKs. Although Cali right now is trying to ban Glocks. That's dumb. And any variants that look like a Glock that you can switch it with that switch. Thing is that switch is illegal anyways in most states, so Cali is just trying to control everybody. Glad I got out of there. I only have one Glock anyway. It's a Glock 20. It's a 10 mil. Let's see. I'm all the way in Indiana doing Indiana things. We got a 6.5 Cree that consistently hits 1,000 yards. Yeah, that's good. See, they're a smaller round than a 308 if I recall, but there's more chamber pressures. And they fly. Because a 6.5 technically is the same as a 22 caliber. Because I think a 22 caliber is 6 millimeter. So you're just barely bigger than a 22. So you're probably more like a 270 chamber lead. But then you're neck down and super high pressure. So they're very good bullet coefficiency there. And they're good. Some people joke about them and say they're the Creedmoor, need more. But I don't own a 6.5 maybe one of these days. I do have a 308, but it's a plastic stock, so I need to actually get rid of that. I need to off that somewhere. I checked my local gun and pawn if they wanted it. They said, well, we got a lot of guns right now, so we're not taking any new ones. I'm not sure what the other pawn shop would want. Someone a while ago wanted one. They were curious. Excuse me, guys. Whew. Yeah, y'all got it on the sweet coast, North Carolina. Pretty free, though. Yep. Long story short, same brass, Skinner bullet, higher velocity. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's barely smaller than a 270. No wonder the 270 is so accurate and works so well. Its bullet coefficiency is so good. Hey, thanks, Lisa. Thank you. Yeah, my nose is. It started running and it's tickling something in there. But yeah, the Creedmoor. I don't have one. A friend of mine has one. He uses it for hunting. His is a Savage Access. Mine's a Savage Access, but I have a 308 in the Savage Access. It's a Gen 1, but I need to get rid of it. I shot 8 shots out of it probably just to see what it felt like. I don't need it. If it was a wood stock, I'd probably keep it. But it's polymer and I prefer wood. I love wood. Um, they're just the best stocks there are, in my opinion. I prefer wood stocks. Most of my stuff are wood. That would be the only one I really just don't like that much. Is that a Mossberg 500 pump on your wall? No. There's no pumps on the wall here. So this one's a 10 gauge Beretta Silverhawk. That one's a 12 gauge. That one's a F. Williams. This is a 12 gauge H.J. Sterling. That one's a 12 gauge American Arms. And this is a single shot 10 gauge. My pumps, I don't have any of them out here, I don't think, because I have them I was shooting dove, and so my one pump is inside the safe over there, back the other side of the camera. Let me flip it. I have a Weatherby 20 gauge in there. It's a 200, I think they call it, or something, an A200, I can't remember. And then I have a Sears and Roebuck 12 gauge, and then a Remington 1200 12 gauge. They're both in my car. Hunter Carr, thanks for coming by the way. I don't remember if you're subbed or not. Double tap that screen, like and subscribe. Kelly, welcome to the chat. Don't think I've seen you in here. Thank you so much for coming by. I really like the 224 Valkyrie. I hear they're a very straight shooter. Yeah, 224 is just barely bigger than a 223 bullet, obviously. But they go way faster. It's a wicked little bullet. It kind of reminds me of the 220 Swift or the 222, what is that, Marlin or something like that it's called. Have a 50 BMG got to be too much to drag around and feed. Ended up being a party trick for the most part for new shooters. Yeah, true that. True that. You still have it, you say? I could have got a single shot BMG, customer of mine that I got some loading dies from. Sorry, I bought loading dies from him. He had them on sale or for sale on Facebook Marketplace. And he said he had a 500 for sale. Sorry, a 50 BMG, but it's a single shot. I prefer a semi-auto or a bolt. Let's see, an M82A1. Nice. Let's see, the HP VP the 70 German pistol with 3-round burst capability. Nice. Nice. I have a couple 50. I have a what you call it? Magnum Research 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, and then I have a 5.77 Schneider. Those technically would be 50 or above. The 5.77 Schneider is an antique gun. It's behind me. It is right here, that really long one from 1860s. It's made in Nepal, and it's made and designed by Enfield, if I remember. Do you shoot matches? Never tried it, Bong Sloth. Thanks for coming by. Good question. Maybe one of these days we'll try that. Never tried it. If you like this stuff, buddy, like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. We got 855. I believe it's an Enfield, yeah. Good ground on which? 50 BMG? I keep telling people I want to shoot a coyote with my 338 Lapua. Thing would never see it coming. A mile out, and he's like, thonk! He'd be like, what was that? I got a splinter yesterday. I was building a wood yesterday, a shed. Got a splinter in there. I got to dig her out. It Enfield British made. It is British made, but it's made in Nepal. It's the Nepalese version. Hey, Mr. Planticus. Yeah, poor coyote, right? Coyotes you can hunt year-round here in Arizona. You just need a hunting license. Make sure you're hunting on the right stuff. The 50 just zipped right through, no joke. On to the next target behind it, and the next one, the next one, the next one. Yeah, I need to do some coyote hunting. Problem is with that 338 Lapua, you got to watch out even more so what's behind you, just like with a 50, because they go. No explosion in my experience, and wounded the splinter. Oh, yeah. Arizona, you got a new sub, brother. Though I got you already. I thought I got you already. Yeah. Good for you, brother. Thanks for doing that, Paul. Us 2A guys got to help support each other. You know how YouTube is. It's mean. It's mean. Meanie little beanies. 19 of you in the chat. Thanks, you guys, for coming by. I sub desert. Well, thank you, Useless. I'm sure you're not in real life, though, but I appreciate that. Leonardo Herrera. I remember you in here another time. Why side by side over under? It looks cooler. It looks cooler, and it's timeless and classic. I got a lot of side by sides. Jamcraft. Hello. Where are you from? How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Double tap that screen, like, and subscribe. How was your day? Mr. Bean says, I remember fox hunting with a 222 they call 222. Yep, a 222. It's either made by Winchester or Remington. It's a hard round to find. It's almost as fast as a 220 Swift, if I recall. I'm from South Africa. Well, wow. Welcome from South Africa. We are in southern Arizona in the good old USA. How is Africa right now? How are they doing? Appreciate you coming by, checking out my little channel over here. Thanks for sharing your collection and your passion. When it gets cooler, we'll plan a range day. There we go, AZ brother. So, FAL man and I want to do a collab sometime in real life too, because he's like 3 hours from me. You're welcome, Bean. So sometime we're going to connect. Well, what do you know? Look what the cat's drug in. Another person from Germany on the other side of the pond. How's it going, David Zosk? I am German descent myself. My last name is Grenwald. Own any transferables? I do not. We wish. That'd be fun. Cool guns. Thank you. Sing das Airsoft. Or they're real. They are real guns. They're real firearms, David. See, Grunwald. Grunwald. That is my last name. The first one. The second one's an old spelling that some people still use. The first one is correct. Grunwald. But I don't speak German, unfortunately. I know a couple words, but I've been speaking Spanish instead. Because it's more profitable for me over here. English. English is my first language. Gotcha. I wish I knew German. My great-grandpa, all he knew was German pretty much, a little bit of English. When he taught his children, he never taught them Spanish. I mean, not Spanish. I said Spanish because I looked at David's there and he was talking Spanish. They didn't teach him German. So, and then my grandpa on the other side learned some from when he was stationed in Germany. Hola, David. 4 languages. Good for you, Jamcraft. I know also a little bit of Spanish. I served in Honduras at a mission for a year and 7 months. Was in Spanish in Guatemala, Antigua, for 2 weeks, and then I was in and out. I was their handyman at a mission, so I was all over the place. Favorite firearm? I don't really have a favorite. I usually put them... Yeah, it was a mission church. Yep. I usually put them in categories. So my favorite pistol that I own for semi-autos is this one. My favorite lever action is right here. It's made in 1895. It's a lever action Winchester Model 92, chambered in 3220. My favorite shotgun is this double barrel 10 gauge Silverhawk, made in 1960. Let's see here. My favorite bolt action is my sniper rifle right there, 338 Lapua. My favorite semi-automatic rifle, I don't have a lot of them, I only have like 5, is probably my Kalashnikov AK right here. And then my favorite revolver is in that case. It's a 460 Smith & Wesson. Hopefully that helps you out. I usually put them in categories because I don't have one favorite. Bista do Eshin Hakar. I forget what that one. I know Hakar is a proper noun, so it's a person's name or an item or a country. Hagar? Beat that buoy, man. You run a bipod or stand by? I was at the range, so I had a stand like thingy. You can speak Spanish too. Good for you. I hunt some, David. I just recently started doing dove. I did some shorts of hunting of that. Dove season quit 2 days ago. Was it the 15th? So no more dove hunting for right now until it starts again. Another season, November 1st. Quail starts October 1st. And I have a white-tailed deer hunt planned November, second week of November. When you off out next room. For what exactly? Yeah, seasons. We're currently in summer. Fall's around the corner. But yeah, deer season is November. Starts actually, I think the end of October, or no, the first week of November. Some people's deer starts. Mine is second week of November for deer. Yeah, whitetail. Whitetail. Yep. Here in Arizona, it's almost like a lottery system. You just put your name into a system and it just randomly draws people. It's a draw. So this is the first time I ever put in for deer, and I actually got it. And my friend has been putting in off and on throughout the years. He got mule deer finally. My uncle put in every year. This is one of the only years he's never been chosen. He didn't get it. He's the one who recently had a stroke, and I hope he can still come with me. He wanted to be a spotter, so we'll see. Didn't get drawn this year. Aw, maybe you want to be my spotter if my uncle can't. He really would like to, but he recently had a stroke, so I don't know if he'll be able to be fully well by November. It's taken a little bit for him to recover. Had a stroke a little over 2 weeks ago. He's not even 60 yet, so yeah. Okay, bless him. Got him out if I can. Let's see here. Let's see. Prayers for him. Oh, thanks, AZ boy. Yeah, he's my mom's brother, second from the bottom. Name's Danny. Yeah, he had a stroke. Yeah, this Monday will be 3 weeks, so it's been 2.5 weeks. I went over there a week afterwards. I did a short about it because I said, hey, I'm probably not going to do a live tonight because I'm going to see my uncle. So I canceled that live that night. So, yeah, doctor said he needs a lot of it was probably not eating the healthiest, just eating whatever he was at his age. Whatever he wanted to was not good for his body, so it probably caused the stroke. So, wow, it dropped down. We're down to 3 people, now 7. We got a decent amount of likes. On my end, it shows 61 because I have it shut off on your side. But anyways. Yeah, I'm trying to think if any of our families ever had strokes or heart attacks. We've had some of my family on my dad's side has had heart issues, but not heart attacks. I don't think. Maybe my great grandpa did before I was born. He passed away before I was born, but yeah, stroke. I think that's a first for any of our family to have strokes. I mean, maybe years and years ago. Ken Rod's Gun Rooms just got live. If you're not subbed to him, go check him out. Ken Rod's. He sounds like he's an older gentleman, 60 to 70 years old, but he's actually not that old. He just has a raspy, rough voice. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. Ken Rod. He does a lot of reloading and does lives like this too. Really nice guy. I think he's from Arkansas or something like that, or somewhere Ozark related, because he talked about the Appalachian Mountains the other day, or Appalachia, some people call them, or Appalachia or something. Anywho, yeah, check him out, Matt. He's a pretty chill guy. But yeah, I was shocked when they showed his face. The first time I was on one of his, well, it wasn't the first time, but one of the times I was on his live, he showed his face, and I was taken aback of how young he actually is compared to what he sounds like. I have his Instagram info, and he's very interesting. So it's Ken, and then ROD, like Ken Rod. The rest of it, I don't know what it's called. The rest of his channel. Let's see if I can find it. Ken Rod's Guns and Gears is what his whole thing's called, his actual channel. Ken Rod's Gun and Gear. Oh, I need to plug my phone. I only got 9%. All right. Well, hey, Liz. Mr. Foring, whatever your name is, we do not need that chat in here. You are blocked forever. Bye-bye. We don't need that type of questioning and answers and dumbness in our chats. Hey, Liz, welcome to the chat. Yeah, Kenny's a pretty nice guy. Yeah, I totally blocked him. He's done. We took him out. Say bye-bye to him. Gotta take off. Thanks again. Hopefully one day my beard will be half as good as yours. Stay safe, stay dangerous. Hey, Arizona boys. Thank you for showing up. I'm glad you showed up. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. What's up, JK? Haven't seen you. CZP 10C versus Glock G19 Gen 5. JK, I have not shot either, but I would probably prefer the CZ better because I'm not a huge Glock guy. Get him up. Gotta hear. That's crazy. Kenny might try my onions and cherry Danish. Really? Oh, yeah, he did say that. I remember him saying he might try it. You're welcome. By the way, if you like this type of stuff, double tap the screen. Thanks for coming by. I don't think I've seen you in here. Definitely beard goals. I'm almost with you. Okay. Gotcha. But yeah, JK, if you like this type of stuff, double tap the screen and subscribe. Turn your notification on. We're usually live every day. If you turn the notifications on, hopefully YouTube will let you know. Just got 2 subscriptions. I appreciate that. Let's see. It said it looked good when he texted me yesterday. And I was like, whoa. Just onions on sweets. Doesn't sound very good. I'll send you 25 if you try it. Hey, I'm up to trying it. No joke there. I definitely would try it. It's okay. Let's see here. Oh, you want to see the beard again? Is that what you said, brother? Want to see the beard? Yeah. This is about the length I prefer it to be. Not too much shorter, not too much longer. I have had it down to like right in here before once, but the sides trimmed. Hey, what's up, King? I've seen you in here the other day. I need 32 auto and 380 auto. As in the ammo or the gun? Just vinegar, water, and sugar. Yep. I have 32 auto. I've got a, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes of 32 auto ammo. It's Fiocchi, and then I have 3, I think, of critical defense, 32 auto. 38 auto, I have 2.5 boxes of AAC, but I haven't shot them much because they have a recall on them. They say they can have problems shooting junk back at you. And sure enough, like when I'm shooting that, it sprays little pieces of stuff into your face. So I'm not going to shoot those. They say I have a recall on it. I don't know if I can get a reimbursement or not. And then I have some 380, a couple that are defense rounds, but I use that for my own. No, I don't sell it. It's for my own personal use. I mean, I do have a lot of 32 ACP that I don't use a lot. So maybe I need to get rid of it. It's, the 32 auto is Fiocchi range, so it's full metal jacket. The 380 is AAC, American Ammo Corporation, or something like that. I am from Europe, Germany, Holland. Yeah, that they're probably harder to get ammo for. Can you send me some Dove? I have what? I shot 10, was able to claim 8 of them. 2 of them I couldn't find. That one's only about that big, and it's darker meat because it's a different type of Dove than the other 9 or the other 7 were. Yeah. Haha, I will. But hey, if you're here in the States and your state allowed ammo being shipped, I could send you a box. But unfortunately, you're over there on the other side of the pond, so I can't do that. But let me flip the camera again. I have eaten dove before. It's been a while though. No, I am not a person who hunts and then just for the numbers. I believe in taking care of the earth in a good way, not this overly tree hugger stuff that Kelly has. But there's a Bible verse that talks about regarding the life of your beasts, and also man was here to help the earth along, as in like replenish the earth, to take care of it as a gardener. Let's see, I'll give you 28 for the small dove. Can you send me a box of ammo? Honestly, we can't ship ammo that far. Please send me a private message, brother. I can send you a Christmas present. Oh, I lost a whole bunch here. Sorry, guys. My finger got there. I always want to try dove. It's pretty good. Let's see. Thanks, Bean. Thank you. Because it's like, we're supposed to regard the life of your beast. Yeah, and so it's like you don't like recklessly kill things. Like some people, yeah, they're just all for the numbers. Or like coyotes, I would have a little bit different view on coyotes because some areas have a problem with coyotes, so I don't mind just outing a coyote more for the kind of the thrill of it. But I still know that I'm taking a life and it's something that's serious. I don't do it willy-nilly and just have fun and just yeah, it's pest control. It's taking care of things that are causing other problems, like maybe they're killing your chickens or your cattle or having problems that way. Haven't tried any of the birds. Definitely want to. I have had squirrel once in like a soup, squirrel soup. It's been a while ago. And like I said, it's been a long time for dove too, but it's been even longer for dove. Last time I had a dove, it was before I was 13. Before I was a teenager was the last time I ate dove. Yotes are universal. Oops. Yotes? Oh, coyotes. Yeah. Cajun. That probably tastes good. Yeah, fried in soup. Yeah. I've never had fried squirrel. I'm gonna probably fry the what do you call it? The dove. We'll deep fry that, probably bread it in cornbread and stuff. Well, I had only said one person was on for a little bit. I know there was more than that because there's 3 people chatting. Yeah, now it says 7. Guys, if you're new to the chat, Desert Armory and more here. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe you want to see the face that's talking. How's it going, guys? Like and subscribe. We do shorts of shooting. We do lives. We do shorts of cave exploring, mines. We do shorts of hiking, outdoor stuff. We do a few shorts of me doing some of my handyman works. Maybe you like that stuff. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Double tap that screen. Very easy to do. And subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. We're at 857 subscriptions. We'd love to get 1,000 before the end of the month. That would be very nice. It'd be a nice gift, right? Anyways, thank you. I want some quail. So quail is coming October 1st. So about 15, 20 days. Thing is, I don't know where quail are. The 2 dove hunts I went on, I did not see one quail. So I need to do a little research in my handy dandy hunting book and find out where quail normally chill. Because where I was at, that's where dove chill, but not. I haven't seen any what do you call it? Quail. Have you heard of bolot? What do you use for whitetail? Okay, so I'm planning on. Let's see here. So we are planning on. Here we go, Mr. Witt. So we're going to use this for my deer in close in. I need to sight it in for this though. Currently it's set in for 150 grains or 160 of federal power shocks. But we're going to use this. This is for my 30-30 lever action. We're going to use that for close up, like in brush and trees. And then we're going to use this for distance. We're going to use my 270, 140 grain for, I can get this. I got a good source for this. So we're going to use these for my 270. This will be up for farther distances. Anything past like 250, I'll use my 270. And anything in from that, I'll use the 30-30. What do you think of a 450 Bushmaster? Ran a long chase. I don't have any straight wall cartridge rifles. If I had if I had a 4570, I guess they're considered straight wall, even though they're teeny bit slanted, but they're not like neck down. So I don't know. I've never used any of those straight wall cartridge guns, brother. It probably would work. Hey, Focus, welcome to the chat. I try to stay. Yeah, well, that neck of the woods, there's not a lot of places that are actually without trees farther than that. Here in Arizona, in the desert, you can go 1,000 yards and it's clear, other than little shrubbery. So you could, break out something that goes far. Appreciate it, Focus. Yeah, I do the same thing. And then I'll camp out on one for a little while and then camp out on another one. But yeah, I'll usually go quickly through the lives, do all the likes I would like that are still live right now, and then head to the one that I want to chill out a little longer in. And that varies who it is. Sometimes it's Arm Room, sometimes it's J-Dog, sometimes it's Paul, sometimes it's Papa Pew Pews, maybe it's FAL Man. I've taken Yodis with mini 12-inch and dropped them in seconds. 12-inch barrels. Wow. Must not have been very far out. But yeah, we're going to use one or the other of these. I need to sight them in for both of these because currently they're not sighted in for this round. But we'll do that shortly. The Reaper just went live. Yeah, he did. I got a notification. Perfect. And that'll be the one you'll probably camp out at, which is fine with me. Everybody needs the love. We've been on for an hour and 30 minutes right now. It's been good so far. We've been staying above 20 or around 20, a little less for a little while. Dropped down a couple. Always inside of 50. Well, that would be nice. I don't think you can get that close with coyotes over here. I kind of doubt it. I've thought about using my bolt action 303, but I don't have any hunting rounds for those. I'd have to load them myself. Because my 303 British, they're both FMJs. Yeah, they're 174s. I would have to load them myself, but that would be a very good hunting round, the 303 British. These are Remington UMCs. That would be a great one for hunting deer. I'm right next to a watering spot, and they always come through supper loud at night. Yep. You're working. Oh, no worries. We all have to. Today I took off because last night I wasn't feeling the greatest and still had a bad headache this morning, so I didn't go to work. I could have possibly scheduled something in, but I need to schedule stuff in the rest of the week, so sometime I need to break off here and schedule those people in. Can you stay on for another hour and 30 minutes? No, I won't, but I will go live again, Liz. Yeah. Yeah, I have a 303 British right there. It's a Lee Enfield from 1943. It's made by Savage, that one. The Lee Enfield made by Savage Arms. Big old round. Yeah, they're pretty big. They're a little bit smaller than a 270, as in case height. The bullet's bigger. It's one of the most accurate all-around bullets, believe it or not. The 303 British. And that one I have, it doesn't have a huge scope on it, but it's a tack driver. Yeah, I'm hoping to go on here in a couple hours. But I need to sign off here shortly so that I can actually do that. Because we'll probably go live like 6:37. So I'll do a short when I'm going to start. Because it'll be earlier than the other nights. I'm trying to get back to my normal 6 p.m. Arizona time. Let's see here. But yeah, we got 14 people in the chat. Thank you for coming by, guys. Double tap that screen and subscribe. We've got 857 for our subscriptions. Have you ever met it with a 458 SOCOM? No, I haven't. 54R, I have one. Over here, let me unplug you. What do I got for charge? Oh, only 13%. Better not unplug it. So I have a 54R back here. It's my Mosin Nagant. It's right there. It's a 1943, numbers matching, original condition. What time, Liz? Probably 6:30 Arizona time would be my guess, because since we're pushing a little later with this one. Maybe 7. But yeah, I have some 7.62 by 54R. I also have some silver tips of those, which are what, a steel core, I think. They're not they're not AP rounds because they're not black tipped. They're silver tipped, so they'd be steel core, like a kind of like the green tip 5.56. I got a whole bag full of them for really cheap at a swap meet. But my Mosin Nagant is a model 38, an M38, so it's actually a kind of more of a collector's because it's a carbine. They're kind of hard to find. The strap on it is from 53. That's Russian as well. It says it right on there. Nice. I want a 54R. Having some spicy numbers. Yeah, military right now is crazy expensive. I mean, other than the Sporterized 303, somebody was telling me that you can get those, was it in Canada? They're still selling the Sporterized ones for $800. I got mine from Sportsman's Warehouse in the used department for $175 cheeseburgers. I was shocked. I'm like, this thing's only this much? Yep. And I got it. It shoots. It's a tack driver. It's crazy accurate. 458 for the big cats. Yeah, that would work. 458 SOCOM. That would really move. I haven't messed with them. I guess that's a pretty big bullet. It'd be like a 45 caliber, right? Like what, 45 Colts are and 454. Hey, Sammy Rooney. What's up? Thanks for coming to the chat. I need to get myself some water. My throat is getting dry. We decided to start a live a little earlier today. We've been on for like 2.5 hours, a little over. I'll be right back. Need to get some water from Boucher. All right, we are back. Still trying to find a 454. Okay. If you can't find a 454, but if you can find a 460 for the same price, I would suggest getting a 460 because then you can shoot 3 different rounds. You can shoot the 460, the 454 Casull, or the 45 Colt. I have some extremely spicy 45 Colts that are double tap plus Ps. They're 1,000 foot-pounds of energy that my Colt can't shoot, but the 460 can shoot no problem because that 460, I have some loads that are almost 3,000 foot-pounds of energy, and it handles them no problem. Yeah, because sometimes the 454 is hard to find, but the 460 is easier to find and about the same price. Now, my 460 is an 8 3/4 inch. You can get them in shorter, but yeah, mine's about an 8 3/4. It's the one I had on the counter last night. Were you here last night? I can't remember. 460 Smith & correct, not Roland. Yes, 460 Smith & Wesson. The Roland is a semi-automatic, and they are a spicy round. They're pretty much like a spiced up 45 Colt. They did make 45 Magnums years ago, but didn't take off very well. They had them in a semi-automatic, if I recall, but they weren't that great. The 44 Magnum was just as good or better, and it was easier, more readily available, so it's still around. But yeah, the 460. So that would be, let's see here. Let's see. So we have, so that 460 I have can shoot these, which is the 454 Casull. Let's see here. Oh, that's an empty case. There's a few of them in here. There we go. There's a 454 Casull. My grandpa used to have one of these. It was a Ruger Alaskan. It shoots those, which is, it's a hot round on 454. It's more than a 44 mag. And then what I normally shoot, because they're the easiest to find, is these here. They're the easiest to find for 460s. These go, like almost 2,000 feet per second. Big old boogers. Super accurate. Out of 10 shots, I think it was, at 150 yards, I got 8 of them, I think. I saw a page with some 45 Win Mag. It was like, yeah, there's such a thing. It's an oddball round. It's rare. It's kind of like the 45 ACP rimmed. Yeah, these go, well, actually, they go over 2,000. Sorry. I thought they're 2,200 feet per second, these ones. Liam, welcome back. Yeah, they're fast little jets. Well, big jets. Oh, they are. These are spicy. They're almost as spicy as a 500. Daniel Kelly, how are you doing? FBI warning. What do you mean by that, brother? Rockets. Yeah, they are. Liam, no, he's not. Daniel, we don't need that talking here. Okay, if you don't mind, we'd appreciate it. If not, you're getting the boot. How's your day going, by the way? Daniel Kelly, we welcome to the chat. Are we still live? Yes, 2 hours and 40 minutes later. I've been keeping it live because it's been doing okay, so we've been keeping it live. You're doing good? Great. Are you into any 2A stuff? If so, what you got? Do you carry? What do you have? Maybe you're just a bot. Or a troll, whatever they call them. 40 new subs. Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Somewhere around there. We'll find out. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 before the end of the month. That's if we can keep all those. YouTube likes taking some because they think they're bots or minors. So anybody that's a minor or a bot that they think is, they kick out. So I lose them. You'll gain like 10 and then lose 8. Seriously, a lot of times it's like that. You'll gain only a couple, really. Desert, have you had shotgun with rifle other side? No, I have not. I've seen those as well as the triple barrel where they have the double on top and then down lower they have a rifle. If you look at Bullseye Ben, it's another guy on the channel here, Bullseye Ben. He has one that has, I think it's a 12 gauge or 20 side by side, and then down below is a 30-06. They're really cool. Hey TK, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Why are my curtains closed? Because it's dark. It's light outside, and we don't want to have any light in here, so we can see stuff better. What's new? Let me see. What is new? Good question. We got new subscribers. A couple of them today. We got a few new subscribers. That's weird. It's like focusing on something other than what's on there. Yeah, Jerome, Handgun. Yeah, the Handy Gun Man. Yeah, we got some new subscribers. Haven't gotten any new guns of late. Trying to think what my newest one was that I've gotten recently. It wouldn't be new. It would have been a used gun. Can't remember. I think it was actually this. I think it was that revolver right there. I got about a month or two ago. It's my nicest Colt I own. Original finish from early 1900s. Hey, Kenny Mason, what's up? Revolver in the holster. That is a 45 Colt round. It's a Cimarron. Case hardened, made by Cimarron. Yeah, I got 2 Colts right here, Matt. That one's a Colt Police Positive, early 1900s, 32 Smith & Wesson long. That one's a early 1900s Colt as well, Police Positive, in 32-20, which is the same as a rifle round I have. Do you do any fishing or fly fishing? I've never done fly fishing. Regular fishing, it's been a while. I do have a hunt and fish combo, so I need to do some fishing. Nice thing about fishing, it's year-round. So you can do that any time of the year. Same with coyotes. Coyotes you can do year-round. Coons you can do year-round. Different cats you can do year-round. You don't have to get a tag for them. I don't know. I think javelina is a season, but I think you can just buy a tag for it. I don't think it's... it might be lottery system. I'm not sure. Kind of look like high standard medallion at the glance. No, that medallion is the little Cimarron symbol. It shows a horse running with a guy on it. Sorry, the sheen of the light is messing it up. But then it says Cimarron on the bottom. Cimarron, sorry. Colt at the top. Yeah, those 2 are Colts. That one there is not a Colt. It's a mil spec 1911. Do you have a Winchester Model 12? A Model 12? I don't think so. So I have some Winchesters over there. Those are all Winchesters but the top one. And then I do have a Winchester Model 1901 right here, chambered and 10 millimeter. Bro, add one Makarov in your collection. I do, right there, brother. That's my Makarov right there. How's that look? That thing, they shoot interesting compared to a 9mm. A 9mm kind of, does a muzzle rise, maybe shoves a little into your hand. This thing he shoves into your hand a lot. That little beaver tail right there just shoots right in that webbing of the palm of your hand. Yeah, that's a mil spec. Yep, it's an M1A or MA. What do they call it? Mil spec 1911. It's a Springfield. It's the only one I've got, actually. So yeah, El Cartel. We do have that one. No, it's not. It's not a Walther. It's not a Walther. That is a they call it a FEG. Here, I'll zoom in for you. Called a PA63 FAG. Made in Hungary, if I recall, from the 60s to the 80s. I believe that one was, no, 50s to the 80s. What is your favorite revolver? My favorite is the Colt Single Action Army. Of what I own, my favorite revolver is actually in that blue box. It's my 460 Smith & Wesson. It shoots these big old puppies. Right there. They go 2,200 feet per second. I'll show you the difference of that versus a 9. We're only touching a bullet. Right here. There's a 9, there's a 460. This is 9mm, this is a 460. That's my favorite revolver I have. Big difference, folks. Big difference. Yeah, that grip looks real grippy. Which? Oh, yeah, that one kind of. Mil spec, yeah, that's one. Do you do any elk hunting? Liam, I would like to. I put in for elk hunting. Arizona's a lottery state of how you put your name in for tags. So if you don't get chosen, you don't ever get it. Do you have a Smith & Wesson? I do not. I don't own any 44 Magnum pistols. That lever action on the bottom on that rack is a 44 Magnum. It's a Model 94 AE, made in the 70s. That's the only 44 mag I have currently. I'll be inheriting my grandpa's old 44 mag, which my grandma doesn't want it anymore. Let's see here. I think I got biggest catch. Oh, Paul, I have not gotten that big a fish. I think the biggest I've got was a catfish that was probably 13 inches long, and it was in a local pond in Pennsylvania. What do you think of the MG42 and Barrett M99? Hey, we just got a subscription. Thank you, guys. We went to 858 now. Honestly, Animali, I'm not very learned, as you want to say it, what those are. An M99 does sound like something I remember someone mentioning earlier. It's a belt-fed military gun. I believe it's in 30-06, I think. Something of the sort. Nice round, the same. Yeah. But that's all I really know about that. And Anomaly Space Key. Anomaly Space Key. That's an interesting name. Appreciate you coming by. Double tap the screen and subscribe. Turn on notifications, then you know when I'm going live again. Which usually is Arizona time, either 6 o'clock or 7:30, somewhere around there. We appreciate you coming to the chat, folks. It means a lot to us. YouTube's trying to shut all this type of stuff down, unfortunately. They block us. They shut off people's subscriptions from them. They'll tell people we're touching guns. AI will do that, and then they'll put a mark on the channel, and then, yeah, then it's a pain. Call me Noct Guy if you want. Like Nocturnal Guy? Short for that, probably? Noct Guy? Noct Guy. Anomaly Space Key. That's an interesting name, too. We appreciate you coming by the way. But yeah, I don't have a Model 12 Winchester. I forget what that even is. Model 12 Winchesters are probably a shotgun, right? I don't have any Winchester pistols, believe it or not. They made a few of them. I know they made a 1911 because I remember seeing one. It's a newer version. I've got a Winchester 22, 4 Winchester lever actions, and 1 Winchester shotgun. Yeah, it's a pump. Yep, I got a pump action shotgun that is a a Winchester Model 1200. And then I've got two other pump shotguns. One is in there. It's a 20 gauge Weatherby. And the other one is a 12 gauge that I just did dove hunting with 2 days ago. Or was it 3? It's I did some shorts of that, by the way. So if you want to see those, they're on my channel. That's an old Sears and Roebuck 12 gauge. Winchester Model 12 is a shotgun. Okay, that's what I figured. Because most Winchesters, I don't know if they make a lot of pistols, at least old stuff, they don't. Desert, do you make ballistics videos and different objects? I haven't done that yet, Bean. I've thought about it, like with water jugs. I've thought about with water jugs. I don't have any ballistic gel. That stuff's expensive. But I have thought about doing it with water jugs. Do you like the new revolvers, like the steel frame short barrels? My newest revolver is probably my 500 Magnum, which is, I got a brand new, it's probably a 2024 model. 2023 was when I bought it, actually. Household objects, like plates, and that would be kind of cool. I should maybe do that from some shorts. Do a longer format and then kind of some snippets of shorts for it. Call me ePhil. That's my name if you want. Also, what is your first gun you got? It's the first gun I ever bought that was a registrable, like a 22, is in there. It's a Savage Mark II 22 long rifle. First thing I ever bought. Clay pots, water, deodorant cans, etc. Okay, yeah, we could do something like that possibly. I like the suggestions. I take suggestions. I take requests as well. Like, say, if you want to see if I have a certain gun, ask if I have it in the chat. If I do, it'll be on the next live on the table. I had an old Winchester micro pistol and a Remington 380 that I got together. Yeah, Remington and Winchester didn't make a lot of handguns, it seemed like. They mostly made rifles and shotguns. Yeah, we'll see about doing something like that, mate. Mr. Bean. We'll see about doing something like that. Do like Hickok 45, smoke a little pot, right? He takes those clay pots and blow them up, smokes them good. Hickok 45. He broke his leg the other day. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen much of his channels since he had his leg broke, so. The problem with a lot of that stuff, it just, it makes a big mess. Versus a water jug with water doesn't. It just clears down the dirt, so. And I like picking up my trash. So picking up trash from plates and stuff would be kind of a pain. Plastic would be good. Hit the gong. Yeah, yeah. I'd have to go back in videos to see the models. I can't remember. Oh, of the Winchesters or Remington pistols? Yeah, they don't make a lot of them. I have, how many Remingtons do I have? I have a Remington rolling block number 4. It's in 32 rimfire. I have to get some ammo cases for that and retrofit them. That's like the only Remington I think I own. I have Remington ammo. That's like the only Remington I actually own. I haven't even had that long. I don't have any Kel-Tecs. And there was one other brand someone was talking about that was just a normal brand that I don't have. Benelli. I don't have any Benelli. What's on the table? Hey, toxic waste. Okay, so we got our little baby E. Allen and Company 22 Derringer. That's made in 1869 to 71. It's a Civil War little pistol, worth a lot of money, between $500 and $1,000. That one's on the higher end. It's probably more like 9 or 8. This is a Canik TTI Combat and 9mm. This is a 9mm Canik Sketch Signature Series SFX Meta. This is number 600 and something of 2,500. We've got a double barrel 16 gauge Zastava made in Yugoslavia. That's a 10 gauge H.J. Stevens made in late 1800s. We got a Colt right here, police positive, in the early 1900s, and a 32 Smith & Wesson long. That's a police positive in 3220, made in late 1800s as well. We got a little 22 P22 Walther, and then we've got a 1911 mil-spec in 45 ACP, and then we have a revolver here that's a Cimarron 45 Colt. I've got a lot more around the room too, but double barrel shotguns are Coolio. Yep, there's a whole bunch more over there. And I got 2 in the corner I'm working on in this corner. And then we've got 1 on the floor we're working on down here. Beautiful, sir. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe, buddy. We'd appreciate it. I'm not sure if you're subscribed or not. I've seen your name floating around. I think I've seen you in Arms Room. Or FAL Room. One or the other. Hey, someone subbed. Thank you, guys. We're almost at 900. We're getting there, folks. Maybe tonight we'll get over to 1,000. That would be nice. Thank you for the subscription. We need 1 more and we'll hit 900. Whoa! How'd that happen? Did you guys just see that? It went from 9... How the world did that happen? Guys, it just went from 9... Or maybe I'm thinking it wrong. Okay, I thought it said $9.99 and it went to $8.60 just like that. I was like, what in the world? No, I think it was $8.59, right? Ooh, that scared me. I thought it said $8.99. I was like, I'm almost there. And then I thought like 80 just disappeared like that. Or something like that. Ooh, that scared me. Hey, Joel, how's it going? I like your little symbol there. Is that like a little duck? You're back. Yeah, I think you were on a couple days ago, right? Or last night, maybe? No, I didn't have a light last night. I'm back. Appreciate you coming back. It's like return customers when I'm working. As a handyman, you like return customers because that means they like your work. Some places like Walmart, they don't care if you're a return customer because that's not what they want. They just want sales or whatever. Versus, if you're a handyman, you like return customers because then they spread the word that you do good work. Thanks for coming by, Joel. Double tap that screen if you haven't. We've got a couple subscriptions in today. I think we started at 810, somewhere around there. So we got about 50 today, maybe? 817 maybe we started with. Something of the sort. 812 somewhere. We got a few in today. Don't know about views. We've been slowly having people trickle in here. All right. Good question. Toxic Waste says, your opinion on the SIG P320 situation. Clarification, I actually have one, or whatever you want to call it. To be in all honesty, I have one. It's a M18. I've had it for a number of years. Got it from a swap meet, or not a swap meet, pawn shop with a Romeo. But SIG is handling it wrong, in my opinion. They need to be honest up front instead of slyly saying, oh, there's a recall on it, and so they recalled some of them for that drop safety piece, and then they took them back. People got their guns back after it was fixed, but then there's still issues, and they're just kind of shooting around the bush, him-hawing around. They should just recall every single one of them, either pay face value what the gun's worth, or reimburse the people, or hey, give them a new gun. The new 2011 that came out, give them that. They'll be happy. The Remington was a RM380. The Winchester was a cartridge 32. Okay. What do you think of the Mauser rifles? I have one right there. It's an old one. It's that tallest one right there. It's a Mauser from Turkey, chambered in the 7.92 or 8mm. I like it a lot. It's a tack driver. It's one of my most accurate ones. He has one, I think. Yes, like I said, I have one in the cabinet. It's inside there. I was in vacation for middle school. I was gone about 7 days. Okay, well, welcome back. Mechanic is fire. I want to get that Miami Day signature series. This one is a sketch series, but yeah. Didn't they make 2 versions of the Miami Days? They had a Miami Days and a Miami Nights, and they were made by the same company. Or sorry, not the same company, same time. Because normally they make 1 a year, but I think that one they made 2 in a year because they wanted a Miami's Days and a Miami's Night. The Miami's Day is similar color to that. It has peachy colors on it, though. That one is a sketch. It's model, let's see, this one's an SFX Meta Signature Series. It is number 600 something of 2500. Winchester won't make pistols because of a gentleman's agreement with Colt to focus on long guns and air pistols. So they did make one, though, didn't they? I'm almost sure they made a 1911 Winchester. Maybe I'm wrong. That looks similar to that one. I'm pretty sure I saw one in a pawn shop. Not a fan of the TP9 SF Elite. You have a question mark on it. You're asking me a question, or you're stating that you don't? I don't have. Those are the only two Canics I have. I like pretty much all the Canics. I would like to get a Prime 9 sometime. The composite, or what do we call it? The comped one. There we go. The comped one. For another EDC. Alonzo says, "What's up, Paul?" Appreciate you come by, Alonzo. Sorry I didn't make your name known earlier. I did obviously answer your questions, I believe, because about the Canics. Yeah. Yep, Paul Witt's in here, or Wick, as he calls it now. I think I've had you in here before, Alonzo. I can't remember. Nice, and yes, agree on SIG handling situation. Yeah. They're just not doing it right. Like, Glock had a recall one time, and they had some issues, and they fessed up to everything and took care of it. SIG has had a couple now, and they just kind of brush everything under the rug. It's cool, man. My name ain't important, right? Model 11, I believe. Oh, of the Winchester 1911? Is that what you're talking about, Paul? Yeah, it's a nice thing. If you're watching a live, you can sign out, and it'll be a little window in the corner while you're searching. You could be like, "Oh, Winchester pistols." Speaking of Glock, how about the 17L? I don't have many Glocks. Isn't the Glock the long one, the 17L? I have one Glock. It's a Glock 20. It's a 10 mil. Only one I have. I also think because the military doesn't want to spend more money for new contracts. That's the thing too. That's the pickle that SIG has in their ball core right now. They are in a lot of hot water because of that. They're like, "Hey, there's all these pistols that have problems that we contracted. What are we going to do now? Are they using that airman that got shot and supposedly someone else did it as a scapegoat just to make an excuse to say, oh, it really doesn't have the problems?" But that's just one incident. There's how many incidences of it going off on its own with the person just moving. Many officers, they're just moving, getting somebody, and it goes off. Yes, the long one, that's what she... Okay. But yeah, SIG won the contract. The problem with the P320, if I recall, it originally was a hammer-fired setup that was an old version of the 229, I think? And they tried making a striker fire one from the same fire trigger setup and then redesigned it a little bit, and that's what some of the problem is, I believe. You never know, man. You never know. If they did what you said and recall them and fessed up, I'd go get it. Yeah, I know, right? The 226, okay. I wasn't sure if it was a 229 or 226. Thanks for correcting that. I'm slowly learning some of the SIG numbers because I own two SIGs, a 320 M18 and a 365 that I EDC. And then my other EDC is what's in my pocket, allegedly. It's a 2.0 bodyguard. Is that Blue Cartoon Canic? Hey, Winter Mint. I love your name. Thanks for coming in. That one is a Signature Series Canic, and it's called the Sketch. Technically, yeah, it could be called the Blue Cartoon. It'd be a better name, probably. So it's those collector series they do every year. That one's number, the Signature Series, that's number 600 something of 5,200. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you showing up, Winter Mint. Like and subscribe. Double tap that screen, folks. Comment, subscribe, make all sorts of stuff. We do lives. We do shorts of shooting, shorts of talking about guns, shorts of exploring, shorts of hiking, all sorts of good stuff. You like that? Double tap the screen and subscribe. Turn on your native notifications. And someone subbed. Thank you for that subscription. The 229 is a 10 mil. Nice. Hey, thanks, Winter. I would have liked to get a different brand for my 10 mil, but unfortunately California had three at the time on the roster: a Glock 20, a Kimber 1911 style, and some brand of revolver that was a 10 mil. And those were more than the Glock, so I didn't want to get one of those. So maybe one day I'll sell that and get either a Smith & Wesson or a Ruger 10 mil. favorite gun you've shot to date? Toxic waste, that's a hard question to ask. I usually put them in categories. I have a shotgun that's my favorite. I have a semi-automatic pistol, which is this one here. That's my favorite to shoot. My favorite revolver is my 460 Smith & Wesson. My favorite lever action is a Model 92 from 1895. My favorite bolt action is that Precision Ruger in 338 Lapua. Yeah, my favorite semi-automatic rifle, I don't have a lot of semi-automatic rifles, would be my AK probably. It's a Kalashnikov. I haven't seen a 227. Me neither. Oh, that's what the 227 is. Okay. The X5 Legion is one of the best ones, I think, that the Legion series have made. They're really nice, but they're super expensive. I'd rather get a PDP, especially with the way SIG is going right now. Hey Paul, I carry P26, 226 Elite and 307 mag. Nice. By the way, welcome Carl. I think maybe I meant the 229 or 227. My fault. 227 is 45 ACP. Carl, that's fire. That's one of my must grabs. Maybe the 220 in 10 mil. Vaska. My AK is a Kalashnikov. Someone asked one time, is it a real Kalashnikov? I'm like, yeah, it's a real Kalashnikov. It better be paying $1,300 for it. It better be. That's a real one. It is a real Kalashnikov. That's a real Kalashnikov there, allegedly. Real Kalashnikov. Allegedly. What do we got, folks? Someone just asked a question. What you got on the table, bro? So we've got a little antique pistol from 1869 to 1870. It's a little 22. We've got a FEG Makarov in the 9mm Makarov. We've got a 22 Walther P22. We've got a Springfield 1911 mil-spec. It's an A1. We've got a Police Positive Colt in 3220. Police Positive Colt 32 Smith & Wesson Long. We've got the Canic Signature Series Sketch, the Meta FSX, and the TTI Canic Combat. We got a 16 gauge Zastava, made in the 80s or 70s right there, double barrel. And then the one there is a 10 gauge, made in late 1800s. See you, Matt. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. As a gun broker, pretty good to buy from. I use them, that site all the time. That's actually the one I've got a lot of my stuff from. A P938, never heard of it. Is that the little one that Arms Room has? It's like a pinkish purple color. Well, I'm off desert. Have a good one, bro. See you another day, mate. Siri, yeah, thanks, Mr. Bean. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, that's a Makarov, that little guy right there. It's a FEG. It's made in Hungary. Yeah, that's a 10 gauge in the back. That one I'm still working on. It was a little loose, so I need to tighten up the action more. I have a couple more 10 gauges. This one on the bottom here is a Silverhawk Beretta made in 60. It's a double barrel. And that one on top is a single shot New England's. Made in the 60s, I think. It's a single shot 10 gauge. And then I have a, right here's a lever action 10 gauge. It's a Winchester, model 1901, made in 1901. We'd be looking into them more. Thanks, Desert. Stay safe. Are you headed out? Appreciate you coming by, Toxic Waste. We actually hopefully will be live here again later this evening. I'll have to let you guys off here shortly because I need to go myself. Yes, got at least 30 from there. The 226 is 40 are creating up quite a bit. I stained the wood in my AK myself. It was a process to let it cure, but I like finishing wood. Yep. We'd be looking into more. Okay. 16 of you here. We got one more sub. I'll probably go just a few more minutes, 3 hours and 15 maybe, so I'll probably quit in about 10 minutes, guys. Let's see, my AK has the Russian red, came with it. It's Kalashnikov. Never had any problems with it. I shoot the Wolf through it. That's from Ukraine and Russia. I got it from a gun show. I've shot in Sterling through it. I've shot in Freedom Munitions. I shot a couple, I think. I have 2 boxes of that. I have a couple boxes of Federal Power Shock. I'm not sure if I caused those. Pause. What do we got? Oh, about the stain? Yeah, it's an interesting way. That's why he clarified in my AK. Okay, clarification there. The bottom, yeah. Yeah. That's not what he meant, Paul. Get that out of your face. Out of your mind. Dirty mind, brother. Get that out. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, you're back, Raging Bullets. Welcome back. Very diverse collection. Yeah, a lot of mine, Winter, is old wood stuff. Classics, I guess. Handguns are a variety, this, that, and the other, but most of my rifles would be older stuff. I collect double barrels and levers, and then a lot of old revolvers that are inside my safe. But I make requests. Like, you can ask, hey, put all your revolvers on tonight's live. So I can put all my revolvers if you'd like. Some people might say, do you have this? And I'll say yes, and I'll put it on the table the next live. I make requests. Had to come in and support. I'm doing the same live that I was on earlier. Appreciate you showing the love. I'll have a live hopefully later this evening. You already know, bro. You already know. What do you want? Hey, what's going on? Riff Raff, welcome. I have a Dan Wesson revolver. Very nice. Dan Wesson are very nice firearms. There was a Dan Wesson 45 1911 at my local gun and pawn. I don't think it's there anymore. They also had a Wilson Combat 9mm. That one looked pretty cool. It was a semi-auto pistol. Riff Raff, thank you so much for coming by. If you like this stuff, double tap the screen, subscribe. I have a Smith & Wesson revolver, a couple of them. Or no, just one. It's a 460. I like that little pistol. Is that one a single shot? It is. That is a single shot. I have another single shot as well in that gray box down here that's totally functional. This one right now is missing the spring for the hammer. It was broken when I got it, and so I need to buy some spring steel and put it back together. That's an antique collectible. Without the extractor version is about $500. The value. With the extractor but broke is probably worth about $7. With the extractor and not broke, which is what I have, is worth about $1,000. So yeah, that's worth quite a bit of money once I get the spring fixed for the hammer. Other than that, it should be functional. Raging, yep, he's back in. Riff Raff, thank you so much for coming in. Like I said, double tap the screen, like and subscribe. Turn the notifications on so we know you know when I'm having my lives. Let's see, Raging Bullets. We'll be closing off here in about 2 minutes. Just so you know, chat, we're going to be closing off in about 2 minutes. I need to do some stuff here. Call some customers up, line them up for the week. I've got about 6 people I got to call. So, hey, J-Doggy's back. Just made my egg salad sandwich. 7 eggs, made a lot of egg salad. Yum. I haven't had egg salad sandwiches in a while. We're just about done with this live, J-Dog. So you're coming in a second time. Appreciate you coming by. Maybe you've been in and out listening in. You probably have. We'll hopefully be having a live later as well. This one's been a long one. It's been the longest I've ever had, I think. It's been staying about 17, 18 people the whole time. Fire. Yeah. Oh, egg salad sandwiches. Bad. Had that growing up. Between that and tuna fish with onions in it. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, we are going to quit in just less than a minute probably, folks. 16. It's funny, when I start talking about that type of stuff, sometimes about ending, the chat numbers will actually go up. It's like YouTube wants you to stay a little bit longer. Squeak it out, right? Uh, it's the same, pretty much the same as it was, though. It was 17 earlier, now it's 16, so. But guys, remember, here shortly, we've got something coming in for the MP5 clone. Something's coming in for it. Once it comes in, we're going to have a box opening on that one, so hang tight, guys. Turn your notifications on. It's shipped. The item for it's shipped. It's coming. It's coming. Done hit me always say I'm on doing an hour and a half, but great. Well, you have a great day. Paul, good live. Yep, he'll go live soon, I'm sure. All right, J-Dog, thanks again for stopping by the second time. It's a Century Arms, so it's an MK or a MK 5. It's an AP5. MK, it's called an MKE MP or AK5. What is it? AP5 by Century Arms. Allegedly, it has a very good slap. Allegedly, it has a very good slap. You don't slap your mama, you slap your AK or your MP5s. All right, guys, we're going to sign off here. Appreciate you all coming by. Yeah, you like that noise, right? 8 o'clock. So you'll be on in about an hour and a half for me. Yep. Hey, Jason. Mac 5. Is that the smaller version of the MP5 that Century Arm makes? That little guy? That looks really cool. Yep. Later, Paul. Yeah, Jason, we are actually just shutting down. So if you're new to the chat, I'm sorry you missed us. We'll be live in a couple hours again. Yeah, allegedly, Carl. Yep, that's what I was meaning. Yeah, allegedly has a good old slap to it. So we are shutting down the chat now. Appreciate y'all coming by. And like and subscribe. We appreciate you coming by to Desert Armory and More. Military armament. Okay, gotcha. And hope to see you here in a couple hours. And we appreciate you stopping by to Desert Armory and More. We've got all sorts of lives and shorts and stuff of shooting, shorts of hiking, exploring God's creation, and some of my handyman work as well. So stop by when we have our lives. We'd appreciate it. And take a look at my channel. We'll see y'all later. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Trust God in those times of uncertainties instead, and He'll guide you through each and every step of the way. Thank you all. Till next time, folks.